get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans by fans, with your hosts, Jessy Martin.
Because 90% of them are wrong. They're fucking wrong.
Max Taman.
You've got a plate of shit and you've got a bowl of shit. They're the same thing.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
John Taman.
What the hell was I talking about?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taman.
Hey, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and here we are on the Bleeding Burgundy podcast having a special episode when my dog decides to play with the fucking chicken right now. Get out of here, you stupid fucking dog. Jesus Christ. The world's worst podcast host has the world's most fucking camera-hungry dog. God damn it. Just leave him alone. Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast Christmas edition.
Welcome to the shit show.
That's right. Welcome to the show. So anyway, hey, you're probably wondering to yourself, why are these guys on at 4:30 in the afternoon? And the reason is this, because we're all about chaos, man. We're all about chaos. 2025, the whole fucking world's going to go to hell. You just watch, and we're getting a jump on it by starting at 4:30 on a Friday afternoon. And no, it's really because of Scott's dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Blame it on the Brit.
We're going to blame it on Scott's dad. No, it's the holidays, man. People have things to do, and everybody's had a whole bunch of shit to do, so we decided to do this today. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off, because every week, in case you have not noticed, we do pick the NFL, and we make bets, and one of us does quite well, and one of us doesn't do very well at all. And well, we'll figure that out once we get into the Big and Bossed book and decide who was the winner for last week. And I can tell you this. If I were to bet on me, I'd lose that too.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, so anyway, we're going to say hey to my good friend over there in southeastern Virginia. Jessy Martin, how you doing, man? How's your Friday, brother?
It's Friday. I'll put it to you that way.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Let's see. I'm all off on my shit here. And down here to the bottom left. Yeah, my bottom right. Whatever, man. He's over there somewhere. And I get spatially confused. So here's Scott. So, Scott, you heathen people over there in England, you have your own version of Christmas, don't you? You call him Father Christmas and all that kind of shit. You expect, what is it? You literally have gotten lumps of coal for Christmas and decided that was a good thing. Am I wrong?
No, St. Nicholas, John. No, I'm only joking. It's Santa Claus, St. Nick, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's all the same. No matter what.
I do love how Scott takes these questions seriously. Let me educate you Americans over there about us.
Yeah, well, that's it. Remember we went up the old Anacostia River and burnt your White House down. But hey, we're not going to get into that. But there you go. Well, it is what it is.
It's the Anacostia.
Oh man! All right. Potatoes, tomatoes, whatever. We'll get over that.
Well, that probably will explain a lot of the cuisine that we've heard about over there in the UK.
Oh, black pudding.
Tomatoes and potatoes taste completely different. All right, yeah, black pudding. She was showing us some black pudding yesterday. I'll tell you what. If you haven't seen black pudding, it looks like somebody took a freaking puck of scrapple and cooked it for 4 fucking days.
It does look exactly like that.
It does look like ice hockey pucks. Yeah, I'll give you that.
They put it on the 7-Eleven hot dog roller for a freaking week.
I'm 8,000 miles away from Scott, and I almost threw up by just looking at that thing.
It's great. It's good for you.
The first fucking ingredient he says, it's pig's blood. Oh, yeah, that's fucking delicious, Dracula.
Oats. Yeah.
Oats and pig's blood.
Oats and pig's blood.
This is like, over there they have horses that are vampires. So,
well, yeah, most likely. It's better than having horse meat in your lasagna, which was a bit of a scandal probably 5 years ago, where they turned out that frozen lasagnas that you could buy in the supermarket had horse meat in it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I grew up eating Count Chocula. Who the fuck knows what that is? And down below, somebody who else grew up with a bunch of crap in his mouth is Max Taman. How are you
Thanks,
doing?
Dad.
You know how many times Dad came home from work and was tired? Was like, "Hey, guess what? It's breakfast for dinner day. Yay! Scrambled eggs are quick and easy. Here, kids, have some breakfast, have some dinner." Anyway, how are you today?
Oh, it's been a day. My other parent has been moving, so it's been
I was at the house until 10:45 last night because of movers, and then up and early at 7:30 this morning to figure out stuff at the new house. Great time.
Fantastic. Now, I'm assuming by other parent you mean... I remember her. Right. Anyway, so
moving on.
That's something always fun to do for the
Jesus
holidays.
Christ.
Yeah, moving right along. Let's see. So I guess we're going to start off by picking some NFL football games for the weekend,
We will.
and then we will move into some Commanders talk as the show progresses here.
I have the Big and Boss book in front of me, John.
Here we go.
Book down. The Big and Boss book
So,
in front of you. And of
last
course,
week's-
Big and Boss book. Wait,
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
I
apologize.
don't have any graphics for this, but Big and Boss book, the Scott is brought to you by the Abner Woo's American Style Deep Fried Variety Pack. What's for dinner? Who the fuck knows? Try Abner Woo's American Style Deep Fried Anything Variety Pack and give yourself a surprise tonight. Abner Woo's American Deep Style or Deep Fried Variety Pack is the only frozen dinner your family needs, packed with 100% of your recommended daily allowance of cholesterol, fat, carbohydrates, plastic particles, and industrial byproduct matter. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's deep fried, it's delicious. Abner Woo, of course, sponsoring Scott all year. Thank you, Abner Woo.
And
Thank
with
you
the
for
variety
Woo
pack,
Industries.
you never know what you're going to get. I mean,
I got
you
a
could
deep
get
fried
some
boot
of
the other day. It's delicious.
the insect variety pack. You can get some Benjamin Saint roaster toaster. I mean, you could even get the pork anus in the variety pack. You just
You can get
never
some-
know.
You deep fry that pork anus, let me tell you, that is some good crackling.
I bet it is.
I'll try it. Fuck it, because, you know,
I eat
Pork
all sorts of pig
scratchings.
blood.
he's also been sponsored by Abner McWoo's old-fashioned family-style frozen haggis. And if he's eating that, he's willing to try anything.
That's very true. So on to the predictions from last week then. So Jesse, you got 12 out of 15 correct. John, you went absolutely Mr. Opposite and you got 6 out of 15 correct.
So 6 of my Mr. Opposite picks hit. So for anybody that doesn't know what the hell I did, last week I did the George Costanza, and I decided to go opposite everything I thought was going to happen, and I got 6 right.
Max, you got 8 out of 15 and I got 10. I got 10 out of 15. On to the bets. You did, yeah, you got 8.
I got 6.
You got 2 more than your dad, and he just went the fucking
I completely
opposite.
did everything the opposite of what I thought might happen.
Exactly. So I can't even chalk that up as a win. On to
yes, on it goes. We will
Yeah,
blame
exactly.
that on the other parent for sure.
on to the bets then.
Actually, she's pretty good picking football games, as I recall.
Jesse, you your first one was Baltimore laying those 16.5 points. You put 50 on that. They gave you 99.02. Denver moneyline 500 big ones gave you 738.10. 50 on the over in the Bills versus Detroit game gave you 95.45, and you put 500 on Minnesota moneyline as well, gave you 651.52. Your totals down for the week was 1,500 exactly. Your returns was $1,584.09, giving you an 84.09 profit. Well done, John. You went with you got quite a lot right here actually. Texans minus 2.5, 50 on that gave you 91.67. Dallas plus the 2.5 and the over 42.5, 50 on that gave you 173. That was a plus 246. Tampa Bay plus the 3 points, 50 on that gave you 92.37. Tampa Bay versus LA over 45.5 gave you with 50 on that gave you 97.62. Bills plus the 2.5, 50 on that gave you 95.42. 50 on the under in Green Bay Seattle 93.48. 50 lay in the 7 on the Minnesota game gave you 99.02, and 50 New Orleans plus the 7.5 points gave you 95.45. Your downs was 1,250. Your returns was 838.06. A loss of $411.94.
God.
Max,
Just wait.
You know, I
Here
should
we
not
go.
be putting all these on a podcast.
Max.
I do have an account.
Here we go.
Bengals minus 4.5, 50 on that gave you 91.67, and the only other one you got in was Jaden Daniels 220.5 yards passing, and Terry over 5.5 catches was a plus 199. 100 on that gave you 299. Your downs was 800. Your returns was 367, giving you a 409.33 loss. So not quite as much as your dad, but nearly. Me, I only got one.
Fucking close.
Very close.
Jolly old
Razor close. It was one. It was $1.50, $1 and change.
Christmas entertainment household a great time. All right.
I know. I bet.
I'm
man.
having a
I
very
bet.
rough year. As for all
I
the
only
people
got
paying
one
attention to
bet in all week. So the only one I got on was the Tampa Bay money line. $50 on that gave me 117. But luckily, I only put down 550. My returns were 117. The biggest loss of the week was myself, $433. Not good. So Jessy, overall on the bets, Jessy is 8 wins on the season. John has 3. Max has 2. I have 2. Overall winner of the year is Jessy. Predictions. On that, 4 for Jessy now. He is in the lead. Max, John, you have 3. Max, you have 2. And I have 3. So, yeah, it is still close in going into the coming weeks, so we could still win the Predictors Leagues. But Jesse's obviously well and truly won the bets on the season, so well done.
I should say, a lot of these bets that I make on here, I didn't make out in the world, and I might have been able to. I would say to you, Miami Dolphins, fuck you. They fucked me twice on bets that I would have had really nice wins on, except for the Miami Dolphins.
There was one massive bet, and I can't remember who it was. That was it, Max. It was, who was it? $100 on the Cardinals to cover. Kyler Murray, 224.5, under 224.5 yards passing, and he came in at 224. And then you had a Marvin Harrison touchdown, and that would have gave you a plus 383 for $100. But yeah, he didn't get a touchdown. So.
I had a nice one on the Commanders game in which everything came in except my Brian Robinson touchdown.
I had a couple.
No, there's nothing on the line for the
past 2 weeks with some real money, man. I've been talking with Scouts a lot. It was like Scouts too. It's like one thing needed to happen for a big fucking win, and oh man, it's getting so fucking close. Yeah, so close for a big one.
Well, so Scotty, every week we put on $1,000. We put on $1,000 or whatever we think is there. It's all mythical, and while it's mythical, we just think what we can, and we go against the spread and see how we get on. That's pretty much it.
It's mythical, but at the same time, a lot of times what I'll do, because we all make our own bets for Football Sunday. I enjoy to do that. I don't bet a ton of money like I would pretend to on this show, but I do like to make it interesting. And, I'll hear a lot of things on this show that I wouldn't normally have looked at or found because I just don't have the damn time to go look up alt receptions for, the fourth wide receiver on the Browns or whatever. But those are the kinds of fucking bets that win, man. You find those little goddamn things that are back underneath there that win like that, and you can pull in some cash. Which I haven't.
Well, I tell you what, Scott G. If that's the case, you like my wife's idea of a naked runner for the loser. Max, it looks better start now.
Where am I running? Where am I running and what time of day?
So let's run through these college games real quick. This is the start of the college football playoff. Starts tonight with Notre Dame and Indiana. We can kind of keep a bracket, see who makes it real quick. I'm picking Notre Dame tonight. Notre Dame is favored by, was it 6.5? Yeah, 6.5. And I like Notre Dame.
Okay, I'm going with Indiana tonight, man. I'm going with Big Ten.
Hang on, because I can do this. Jesse, what's your pick for SMU Penn State?
SMU Penn State. I am going SMU. No, John. I'm sorry. I just don't think Penn State can win the big game. James Franklin, big games, doesn't compute for me and hasn't. I would like Penn State to win, but I just don't think they're going to.
They've won bowl games. So they've won bowl games, but Franklin has trouble with Ohio State and Michigan, and now Oregon. But
Jesse, what I'll do for you guys is I'll just do the quick bracket challenge. So if you run me through just a whole bracket, then I can just keep track of all 4.
Sure, that works.
So
that works.
Jesse, you got Clemson, Texas.
Clemson, Texas. I got Texas.
And lastly, for tomorrow night, Tennessee, Ohio State. It's going to be in the low 20 degrees. Scott, that's negative temperature for you.
The Texas Clemson game I haven't liked the way that Texas has been playing lately, but I mean, they have to beat Clemson. The Tennessee-Ohio State game, I want Tennessee to win. I just don't like Ohio State. I don't like Ryan Day. But you know what? I'm going to pick Tennessee to win. I'm just going to pick them to win.
Okay.
They're probably not going to, but I'm going to pick them to win.
So
I know it sounds funny for when somebody like me says that's a weird looking guy, but when somebody like me says that's a weird looking guy, that's a pretty.
So I got a
weird-looking
couple
guy.
underdogs in the first round.
So just because I can't keep this going, Jesse, just run me through the rest of it. We got
Sure,
Texas,
okay.
Arizona State, just real quick.
So I got I got Texas going to the semis. I got my
Tennessee, Oregon,
Oregon. Yeah,
SMU, Boise State,
I'm going to go with another shocker, SMU.
and
Is
then
this a
Notre
game
Dame,
that
Georgia.
Anybody listening to us can go ahead and join
Georgia.
before kickoff.
I mean, we can make a group, but it's 3 hours beforehand. And then Jesse, you got Oregon, Texas,
Oregon.
and SMU, Georgia. If you
Georgia.
pick SMU, okay.
No, I'm crazy. I'm not that crazy.
Jesse, who's winning it all?
Oregon's going to win it all, and I don't feel too comfortable with that at all.
All right.
I just
So-
don't. I just tired of seeing Georgia up there.
I gotcha. All right, so that's Jesse's bracket. Let's go with. Let me change this one. I know, Scott. You're just
Scott,
you're
get
just
a
bored.
shilling that you
I'll
can
just
flip
guess.
up and
I'll just
down.
guess it.
Yeah, it's-
I got
that's
no
a tail.
idea.
I mean, Scott, you got.
That's all right.
you know,
Just guess, and we'll see how you do.
Oh yeah, we'll see how we do. Yeah, that's fine.
make a new one go. Oh, I can only make two. Well, damn. All right. Well, that sucks.
Where's
okay.
the brackets challenge at?
It's
All
on
right, go ahead.
ESPN.
Okay, you do me and Scott, so then I'll do.
But I've got me and you, so you get the two of them.
Okay, let me pull up ESPN real quick.
Scott,
Bracket
something tells me
challenge,
we've been
where's it
plotted
at?
against.
All right. Well, while Jesse's making that up,
Deep inside plots here, John, isn't there? Yeah, the deep
right.
state
So-
is at work.
so for me,
All
Podcast.
right,
think in-
Scott, I got it.
okay,
Go on,
go ahead,
then.
Scotty.
Jesse Martinovich over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dobra Dan and all that stuff. Yeah.
Tell you what, Max has been embedded for a long fucking time.
Indiana, Notre Dame.
Go ND. Let's go Notre Dame.
Indiana.
All right, Penn State, SMU.
I'll go Penn State.
Thank you.
Ohio State, Tennessee.
Ohio State.
All right, Texas, Clemson.
Scott's just picking this based off the colors.
Texas.
No, he's not. He's picking it based off what he's been
All
listening.
right, Texas, Arizona.
Give me Texas again.
All right, Ohio State, Oregon.
Oregon.
Penn State, Boise.
Probably Boise.
All right, Notre
Close
Dame,
one, though.
Georgia.
Georgia Bulldogs.
All right, Texas, Oregon.
Oregon again.
All right, Georgia, Boise State.
Georgia.
And for the national championship, Oregon or Georgia.
Unfortunately, it's going to be Georgia again. Just
Georgia.
Bulldogs.
So
I want it to be. I'd rather it be Oregon, to be fair, but we'll see.
Georgia.
And I know nothing about college football, so there you go.
Football,
Zero.
College.
To be fair, I don't know a lot about the NFL.
All right, let's see.
John.
My turn.
All right, hold
This
on.
is,
So I gotta
I
send
tell
in
you,
that
when you
bracket.
tune in for the
Okay.
NFL Pick Show, you get to watch us do a lot of research.
You get to watch this do a lot
All
of
right.
stuff, yeah.
John, you got Notre Dame, Indiana.
Indiana. Going Big Ten on that one.
All
Fuck
right.
Notre Dame.
All right.
Indiana.
SMU, Penn State,
Penn
right?
State.
I
SMU,
figured
you said they got to win a big game, but SMU is not Ohio State, and they're not the way Michigan had been, and they're not Oregon.
I got you. Ohio State, Tennessee.
Ohio State.
All right. Texas, Clemson.
Texas.
All right. We got Texas, Arizona.
Arizona. They're going to be
Arizona
my upset
State, I
special.
meant. ASU.
Arizona State, yeah. They're going to be my upset special.
That's gonna be a good game, I think. All right. Ohio State, Oregon rematch.
Oregon again.
Ohio or Penn State, Boise State.
Penn State, Boise State in their blue football field.
Right,
Georgia,
right.
Indiana.
Boise State going to get a nice blue football field.
Georgia, Indiana.
Georgia.
All right. Oregon, Arizona State.
Oregon's going to take that game, and then they're going to beat Georgia. Don't make me say it, but they're going to beat
Okay,
Georgia in the
I
national
got you.
championship. So,
All right, so
Oregon,
who's going to win
Georgia,
this championship? You said Oregon?
Oregon, yeah.
All right, there we go.
There you go. And there's your college football update from the Bleeding Burgundy podcast.
So I just made us a group on there,
Okay.
and I put the link up in the chat. Scott
Okay.
G's already asked about it, so
Cool.
We'll send it to him direct message.
You know why Scott G's already asked about it? Because he's got probably faster internet than all of us.
Probably.
And I shit you not. I'm dead serious, man. I got a friend of mine who works with the USDA, and he's constantly going up into the Dakotas. He's like, man, you'd be amazed. They all have 5G up there. It flies. So they're way up ahead.
780 meg broadband. Like, I'm running at terabyte or whatever he's running. Yeah.
Scott gets porn down before the guy comes.
Yeah, the internet is great here. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Oh dear. Anyway, are we doing Houston, KC, all them sort of games as well? Tomorrow's games.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're gonna start that off today. Yeah, we're just
Nice.
gonna run through the whole gamut of it. We're gonna do the usual, amazingly entertaining NFL picks podcast, and then of course at 5:30 we will do the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, which of course
Correct.
is amazingly entertaining. And I will tell you, we will have a top 10 list tonight.
Let's run through these NFL games. Let's try not, what time is it right now?
it's 4:55.
Okay, we're still pretty good on time.
Well, we'd be okay.
Yeah, we don't want to
we
spend too much
got-
time on this.
Media S, that's new. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I
all
know.
right.
They did some weird shit.
First game on the docket. Can you change that? We have the Texans at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. Over under is 41.5. We know that Kermit the Frog got a little bit of a ankle sprain. Sounds like he's going to play. Have y'all heard anything different?
He's good.
From
He's
what
good.
he still won't say bundle Rooski, from what I
Yeah.
understand.
I'm gonna.
Golly.
What?
You watch television for 30 minutes, and all of a sudden you're making jokes.
No, dude, you watch television for 30 minutes. You see that commercial 4 times.
I'm going to. I guess I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I don't like this. You know what? No, F it. I'm going Texans. Texans for the win.
Woo!
I'm going to put 50 on the over. 50 on the over.
Got ya. John,
I'm going to take the Chiefs. I'm going to lay those 3.5 points. I am not a believer in the Texans. The Chiefs are going to start to get into playoff mode here soon. They're going to put their foot down on this team. I am also going to parlay that into also with the over, and I want to put $50 down on that as a parlay. I would like
That's
one
plus 248.
Yeah.
Two,
Give me
4,
one touchdown prop. Anytime with Nico Collins, and pair it with an anytime with Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju Smith-Schuster. Schuster.
You said Nico and Juju.
Yes, Juju Smith-Schuster, we used to call him on the old podcast. He has the most offensive name in the NFL.
That's plus 1281. That's a plus 550 for Juju Smith-Schuster. He rarely sees the
12
field.
plus 1281 for just a Nico Collins and a Juju.
Yeah, because
Oof,
Juju's
okay.
plus 550. He doesn't see the field a whole
He doesn't see the field very often. He doesn't see the ball very often, but he tends to get. I mean, he scored last week, so fuck it. That's why it's gambling.
Max, what says
Somebody's
got
to do it with KC.
Give me Kansas City for the win, please.
Okay. Do you want anything else on this game?
That's it.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to stick with Jesse. I've already got it written in here. I'm going to go with Houston. I think that because Mahomes is beat up a little bit, I think their defense will do wonders. I'm hoping. And
Houston's been playing better lately, too.
Yeah, and CJ Stroud can get it done. I think this is where the Chiefs come unstuck. So give me Houston.
Right on. All right, moving along. Yeah, big game right here. Big game. We have the Steelers at the Ravens. The Ravens are 6.5-point favorites. Over under is 44.5. My question is Pickens playing?
No. He is
No.
out.
He's out.
No, give me the Ravens in this game. I think the Ravens are going to get a little bit of payback, and give me a anytime touchdown for Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers, and that would be a Henry, Flowers, and a Najee Harris for plus 951.50 on that. That would win me full 75.
Gotcha. John?
All right, I'm taking the Ravens, putting the 6.5 down. What's the over-under on that game? Over-under 44.5. Just a 6.5 down for $50, and I also want to do a side bet there, or a little prop.
It's
bet
at
there.
7 now.
Okay, Lamar Jackson over 222.5 passing yards and over 1.5 touchdown passes. And I want to put an anytime touchdown down on Mark Andrews, who Jesse used to call a dickhead that was washed up, but we set him straight.
So you want the over and over. Is that just a parlay right there?
Yep.
And
right
then a
there.
Mark Andrews?
Yeah, all three of those together.
Okay. That would be a plus 452.
All right, give me $25 on that.
25. I gotcha. Max?
For this one, give me the Ravens with the just the Ravens for the book. I'm trying a new strategy this week.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Why not betting?
Wounded.
I'm
I'm on the Ravens. I think the Steelers are going to. I think we'll cover though. So while I'm thinking about that, okay, give me the Steelers plus the points. I'll put 50 on that. Steelers plus points, and I quite like your bet there, John, or Jesse. Even Henry, Flowers, and Harris. That sounds like a good bet. But no, I tell you what. What would a Fryermuth and a Fryermuth, Henry, and who's the other wide receiver that scored 2 touchdowns last week for the Ravens?
Bateman.
He's out.
Is that who it was? Is he out?
Bateman's
So
out.
fucking. He's still. His eyes haven't gone back into his skull after he scored 2 touchdowns in one game.
Bateman's on
Everybody
here.
remembers my name all of a sudden.
Bateman's on here.
Out. Oh, it was Aguilar. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Aguilar's out.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you want Fryermuth,
So,
Bateman,
Fryermuth, Bateman, and Henry.
and Henry.
And they
That
just
is
cut
plus
Deontay Johnson.
1690.
They cut him.
They
Plus
cut Deontay
16,
Johnson today.
19.
What the hell's his problem?
He got out of Carolina and said, "I don't want to win."
I don't want to play anywhere. Yeah, what the hell's his problem?
It's like Devondre Campbell too.
He went straight to Baltimore, and they went, you know what? We don't like you. Something's up with you.
All right, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are favored by 8.5. Over under is 46.5. Give me the Bengals for the win. I am also would like to do a Jamar Chase TD and a Jerome Ford TD.
He had some pretty
Along
good rushing
with-
yards last week for it.
Remember the Browns are starting DTR.
Right.
Yeah.
Not start
Yeah.
Jameis anymore.
That's why I'm not doing
Ooh.
any Browns passing. And give me a T. Higgins TD on top of that for 8 to 7. Put 50 on there.
Wow.
But see, the Bengals can't stop anybody. You know, I think Cleveland can get a rushing touchdown or two.
All
John?
right, I'm gonna throw out a wild one here. First off, I'm gonna put 50 down on the Bengals minus the 8.5. Give up the 8.5. They're gonna smoke the Browns, and I don't care how bad their defense is. They'll just stay way out in front of them. And part of the reason why is here goes my little prop bet of the game. Alt receiving yards, Chase Brown 40 plus at plus 215. I'm gonna put $50 down on that.
You said
It's
40
plus
plus.
215.
Yep, it's plus 215. Yeah, 40 plus receiving.
And that's
yards.
rushing yards or receiving.
Receiving yards for Chase Brown.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, we're doing something
Receiving,
weird here. I'll tell you what.
That
let
is
me
quite
build on
weird.
that. I'll tell you. I'll build on that and say,
It's
okay,
plus 215.
all right.
Yeah.
Jerome Ford plus 25 receiving yards. 25 or more receiving yards. Well, go
Minus
ahead.
1,000.
There you go.
That actually lowers.
No. Minus 1,000.
Yeah.
That's a plus 164 right there.
Oh, that's rushing yards. Never mind.
Yeah. All
Sorry.
receiving yards, 25 for Jerome Ford.
Okay, so
And you want that on top of the Chase Brown.
That's right. Those two together.
So it's Ford. How many yards was it? Sorry,
40. Jerome Ford 25 plus.
25
Right. And
plus
Chase Brown 40 plus.
receiving.
And
What would that
make
total
it
be?
Plus 594.
Plus 594, $50.
There you go.
Got it, Max. This is your big game of the week, is it not? Your out long shot.
Oh, it is. I forgot about it.
I don't have a graphic for it today. Sorry. It's
Well,
Okay.
that's
Busy day.
fine. I gotta go find it now. Give me a second.
I have got it up here if you want me to read it. Or
Go
you
right
can see
ahead,
it.
Scott.
Are you sure? I
Yeah.
don't want to steal your thunder, mate.
Oh, there it is.
You got it? Good, man.
I got it. So for my long shot of the week, I picked this game. I've got a Dorian Thompson Robinson over because his line is only 191.5. And frankly, if anyone can throw on this Browns defense, I think DTR could come out there and at least throw for 192. I'm going to go with the good old Chase and Chase.
That's what Jessy thinks.
Except I think Jamar will
Ship's gonna hit the rocks tonight.
score 2, and Chase Brown will score 1. I've got a Chase Brown over 75.5 rushing yards and Jamar Chase over 90.5 receiving yards. And that is a plus 3,289.
Wow.
All right.
3, 2,
Look, I'm
8,
gonna tell you
9.
right now, Scott.
And you want 100? You want 100 on that, yeah?
Correct.
No,
Scotchy
got it.
says, "You're right, John. My internet is speedy," and he wrote that yesterday.
He did. Indeed, he was in the chat writing it yesterday before we even set the studio up.
That's right.
He was here.
He didn't even set it on the chat. He just wrote it and set it out to the internet. And told the internet, "Put it in the chat when it's ready."
I'm also taking Cincinnati for the win here. I would like to do
What's up,
50
E-Money? Sorry.
on the chase double.
Chase and Chase.
The Chase and
Yeah,
Chase.
the chase and
There you
chase
go.
wins. It wins
Got
a
it
lot.
booked.
Do we, anybody have that? I got it right here. You need it. Chase and Chase. Oops.
We'll be on to the Commanders and Philly game very soon, Curly Green. We've just got to finish these picks off, so give us 15 minutes.
It's
It's
syrup,
only plus 169.
I think, not curly.
All right.
Where's the Eagles
Sorry.
talk? I'm here for the Jalen Hurts talk.
We have the Green Bay Packers plus 14 on the Saints. Over under is 42.5. And give me the Green Bay plus the points. I'm sorry. Give me the Saints plus the points. Green Bay to win.
Wait, this is
I'm
the
gonna
Monday
put
night
50
game.
on
We're
it.
out of order. Oh,
Yeah, well
goodness.
out of order here.
Fuck it.
Is this Monday
Chaos
night?
Friday.
This is Monday night.
Oh,
So
shit.
it's Green Bay at New
Orleans.
I haven't even got this in. So it's 14.
Yeah, I think that line's way too big.
Massive.
How did we get that?
But I think Green Bay is going to cover it. Give me Green
So
Bay
you're
for the
going-
book.
Green Bay for the book, Max. Got you. I'm going to go Green Bay for the book. 2. Jesse, Green Bay, did you say?
Yeah, Green Bay for the book, but I'm gonna put 50 on the pack or the Saints to cover.
I'm gonna do it the other way. Green Bay for the book and to cover. Give me those. I'll lay those 14.5 points for $50.
That's why y'all are losing the bets. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, Green Bay could just mollywop them.
They've
I
been
think that's
mollywopping
to
a
me.
lot of
That's just
teams.
like. I think the Saints defense is better than people give them credit for. So I think they can keep it close.
They look good against us, but there you go. Yeah, moving on.
Yeah, but even when they were looking their best against us, we had a 17-point lead on them.
True. I'll give you that.
All right. What's next? Or did we already do this one?
No, we've done this one.
Scott,
So
Scott go?
yeah, I said Green Bay. Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry. All right, we have the Cardinals at the Panthers. Cardinals are favored by 4.5. Over under is 46. Just give me the Cardinals to win. I don't like anything else in this.
John?
Same thing. I think they start protecting starters next Tuesday. Isn't that what they said?
Don't know.
Right around
Max?
3:30.
For this game, give me. I have to find it. Where is it? Carolina's gonna. I think Arizona will win, but I think Carolina will cover the spread.
Okay. So you want some money on that?
Yeah, I'll give you what that is.
I think
Arizona win, Carolina cover. That's plus 400.
I think Kyler Murray is questionable because if they're still short on toys up at the North Pole, he's going to have to go to work. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to be there.
Give me $50 on that, Scott.
I've got you, Max. Yeah, I'm also taking the Cardinals here. I don't want anything to do with this game. I just hope Kyler Murray has a good game because he is my fantasy QB in the semi-finals.
It must be the Dwarf League.
All right, we have the who's playing quarterback for the New York Giants?
It is
Tim
Drew
Boyd,
Lock.
isn't it?
I thought it was Drew Lock.
They've gone back to Drew Lock. Oh, okay. I thought it was
All right,
Tim
all right.
Boyle.
Oh, they are playing the rookie quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons that's making his debut. The Falcons
Paynes
are favored
Jr.
by 8.5. Over under is 42.5. I'm going to pick the Falcons to win. I don't like this line. Rookie quarterback making his first start against the Giants defense that is opportunistic and got a decent defensive front that likes to attack quarterbacks.
The Giants are due for one of those fuck up their draft position wins. You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can't see myself picking the Giants for anything.
No.
But the Falcons still first game rookie QB. We know Penix is an older rookie, a lot like Jaden Daniels coming into the league. He's got a lot of experience playing. So I'm actually interested in watching this game to see how Penix does because we're going to face him, after this week. Well, give me the Falcons. I'm not betting anything on this.
I'll take the Falcons in the book, and I'll put $10 on the money line. Fuck it, that'll probably win me like 30 cents.
Let me see.
$10 on Atlanta money line.
Money line.
Wow.
It'll be like 30
You'll
cents,
actually have to give them money, they said.
Oh, fuck them. Then I ain't gonna.
It'll win you
Yeah,
$2.08.
There you go. I'll take that, Scotty. Put it down there. That'll give me at least something to root for on the Falcons. In all honesty, give me $50 on the Giants to cover this 8.5 and keep it close.
I mean, I think in reality, we want the
on.
Giants to win this game.
Sure.
We do, actually.
I'm going to go ahead and put down an anytime touchdown for Tyrone Tracy Jr. and also one for Bijan Robinson. Combine those two together.
Do you have the?
No, I don't, because I'm just sitting here lazily watching things go by.
That would be a plus 250.
Scott, tell me who wins that game, because you probably already know, right? Go to NFL.com. See if they
Scott G knows the scores.
So fast.
Fucking hell. Can you tell me the Euro Millions tonight, please, Scott G? It's the draw's in about half an hour. Cheers, mate. Oh, dear. If you can do that, I will give you
It actually looks like you're thinking about contemplating on something.
He is.
He is.
I'm looking at what the playoff thing would be if the Falcons win. And
Well,
they're
wait for the Bleeding Burgundy podcast.
Well,
folks.
I'm just looking at it, but the Falcons are going to win. Give me the Falcons
Yeah.
for the book.
Falcons to win for me, too.
Tell you what, one of the things that I've read on, in podcasting review magazines and things is that most people tune in to watch somebody read. Especially the ones that listen on audio.
Didn't they just play like a week ago? Titans, Colts favored by 3.5. Over under is 42.5.
They
Ugly
do tend to
game.
get repetitive at this time of year in the division games.
Doug, they haven't played since week 6.
Damn, this looks familiar. I don't know.
Wasn't
Maybe
that
it was the
long ago.
Titans and Texans or something. I know there's 2 blue teams.
Titans played the Patriots a couple weeks ago.
Give me the Colts. Nothing else. This game's trash.
It is. It's junk. It's garbage. Give me the Colts. And nothing else. This game is trash and junk and garbage. I don't want to do anything with it. I might put $50 on whether or not Jonathan Taylor can actually carry the ball past the goal line.
Why are people still doing that? I don't. That's just
Unbelievable. There was a Cincinnati guy did the same thing on defense, which was crazy. Max, what says you in this game, mate?
Give me the Colts. This game is trash.
You know,
I'm gonna say, give me the Colts. This game is trash. Yeah.
This game is trash. I drive by accidents on the road and I go, how the fuck did somebody do that? You know, and it's the same thing with Jonathan Taylor. How the fuck did you still? It's just whoops, brain fart. It just happens.
Next.
all right. Let's see.
Game of the week.
Wow, where the hell? Huh?
Is in
All right,
Detroit.
we're
I've
all
got
mixed
Detroit
up.
and Chicago.
Detroit's at the bottom. It's at the bottom because I had to make
There
it.
we go.
All right, we
big
have.
Oh, and it says Packers.
Jesus
what the
Christ.
fuck is going on?
Detroit is favored by 6.5.
6.5. It is.
John, can you fix that?
Yeah, what is it?
Or no.
Lions by 6.5.
We're
Yes.
gonna go. We're gonna
Over under
go
47.5, Pops.
L.A. at the Jets over under 46.5. I think this is going to be a better game than most people think. I think the Jets
Yeah,
are
I
starting
do
to play
too.
a little bit better, and the Rams are fighting for their playoff lives here. I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm not necessarily comfortable with it. I think if they didn't have to travel across country, it'd be a much easier game. But they do. So give me the Rams.
The Rams. Okay, John.
All right. From what I understand, Woody Johnson simulated this game on Madden.
Oh my God. I mean, I can't believe when I read that report, I thought it was.
It can't be real. Unless, like, my great grandson said he's not any good, you know. He's
From
not a
all
99.
reports that this shit is real. This is real. He did not like a Madden rating, so he would not trade for a fucking wide receiver.
I did see
A
this.
homeless guy told Jerry Jones to draft Johnny Manziel.
Try that again. Just try that
A
entire
homeless
thing.
guy told Jerry Jones to draft Johnny Manziel, and he was going to do it. You remember that?
Yeah, and then I also remember the Browns fan that told the Browns to cut Johnny Manziel. The
Browns
guy with the
took
dog mask at the Browns
Yeah.
games.
The Browns took a meeting with that guy. See, so you know, I had this conversation this week with a couple of guys about with the Woody Johnson thing and how we've seen so many embarrassing things about the Commanders and Dan Snyder over the years and the Redskins and all the crap he did that we never noticed how bad these other teams. The Jets have been a clown show for 50 fucking years.
have,
And
yeah.
then that's why the Rams are coming across the country and going to kick their ass. I'm taking the Rams. I'll lay those 3. I'm going to put $50 down on that. I'm also going to put $50 down on the over because the Jets, they're doing their usual late season. We might look competent for a couple of games, and they'll put up some points, I think. But the Rams, like you said, they're fighting for their playoff lives, and Aaron Rodgers is a dick.
You know, shout out to Ryan Clark, who bitch smacked Aaron Rodgers, put him on the ground, and then picked him back up and did it again over and over again. So I applaud you, Ryan Clark. You are the man of the people.
He is the man of the people.
What says you, Max, in this game?
The Rams are going to win. Give me the Rams for the book.
Okay. Rams for the book for me. I will also, if that's okay, do my pisser of the week, as we have called it.
That's okay. What, are we going to stop you?
Yeah, well,
Well,
I don't know what I
you
did
can.
mine on.
Hang on, let me just try and find it in our chat.
Good God, we still got 8 games left and 15 minutes to do them?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
So, Kyron Williams, anytime touchdown scorer in this game. Los Angeles Rams minus the 3 points. I've also got a couple of other bits on there as well, which is Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown. I've also got a Jordan Addison anytime touchdown. And then I have a Rashad White anytime touchdown. And Tampa Bay minus the 3.5 points. And I said, please, can someone get me the figures for that? And it is a plus 6,338. So a big one out there.
What do you put down on it?
$100. Yeah.
Big smacker.
If that wins, Max, you'll be gutted because you've got the highest one of the year so far.
All right.
When it hits.
All right,
That's not
we
gonna
have
hit, by
the
way.
Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. Lions are favored by 6.5. Over under is 47.5. I got the Lions winning. I got the Lions covering.
Scott, did you just say this is a great game?
Yeah, this will be a good game, I think. In division game, it'll be okay. I don't think the Lions will kick their ass as bad as everyone thinks they're going to do.
Scott, have you seen the Bears play football over the course of the last 10 weeks?
Yeah,
They haven't been there yet.
I have, yeah.
Speaking of that, I have a
Destroy Lions,
Jesse's
obviously.
insane same game parlay of the week right here. All
No
right,
chance.
bear
Our
with me.
This is the parlay of the week that changes its name every week. I have to make a new graphic next week for this one.
And you'll notice in this parlay how little I think Chicago is going to do, because I'm going to have one Chicago player in this game. All right, so Jared Goff over 1.5 TDs. Jared Goff over 225 passing yards, alt passing yards. Caleb Williams alt passing yards 175. Amon-Ra St. Brown, alt receiving yards, 70. Jameson Williams, alt receiving yards, plus 40. Jahmyr Gibbs, alt rushing yards. Remember, David Montgomery is not playing. They have not put him on into reserve yet, so they're hoping.
They probably will tomorrow.
15 different opinions. They're hopeful that he can play.
Hey, that Ravens line has changed since we've been on the fucking show.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 70 alt rushing yard, plus 70 alt rushing yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, anytime touchdown. Jameson Williams, anytime touchdown. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, anytime touchdowns. For a plus 2771. That's a big one, boys.
$100.
Play it hard, Jesse.
Sure.
Go for it.
What is it with Eagles fans at the minute, man? We will get
Man,
on to the Eagles
they're
game
gonna
in
love
a
it
minute,
here
man.
in a
They
few
love
minutes.
it. They love it. They love it. They love it.
We'll have an easy hour talking about that game.
Yes.
All right, Max, what you got?
The
I bet
Lions
you
are
this
going to
guy's
win.
in the Cleveland Steamers.
Give me the Lions for the book, please.
Got you. Same.
All right. Big game right here. Minnesota traveling to Seattle, take on the Seahawks.
Seeding's big game for this as well. Big game.
Yeah. Vikings are favored by 3, over under 42.5. This is a big game right here. It may not seem like it to some, but yeah. I mean, the Seahawks are still playing for their playoff lives right now. Give me the Vikings going in there and shutting Geno Smith. And, I mean, that Vikings defense is awesome. Sam Darnold's playing out of his mind. So give me the Vikings to cover. I'll put
I agree. Give me
50 on the
Vikings to
cover.
I definitely agree. Give me the Vikings to cover. In fact, in my card this week, they are my third pick of my card. I got a 4-way parlay card this week that I will give you in a few minutes. How's that?
All right.
But I'm not picking anything else in this game. I'll tell you what. Put me down for a Jordan Addison touchdown. And let me just take a look at Mr. Addison and his alt receiving yards, because I'm figuring he's going to have about 60 this week.
Oh, am I still here?
Yeah, you're here.
You're still there.
I just had a blip. Scott, just for me, Minnesota's going to win. I put a lot of faith in Seattle last week, and they absolutely crapped the bed.
Yeah, they did.
Minnesota's going to dominate this game. Also, Minnesota's whiteout uniforms did not work.
No, they were hideous.
It was like
were-
they threw off the contrast of everything. That field's too whitewashed for it.
Not only that, but you could tell that the fucking, now this is me that always sees colors, but the fucking horns on the side of the helmet had like a purple tinge in them. They almost looked pink.
Yeah, it was
I've
weird.
never
that.
seen. You think any Vikings would ever go into battle with fucking pink helmets on the side or pink horns on the side of their heads?
So here's
They
one for
probably
me.
came
then.
out looking pink, but
Come on,
So,
Sven. Let's go with Jack England.
You went Jordan Addison like plus 60?
I'm looking at stuff here. I'm looking at Jackson Smith and Jigba plus 60.
what'd you call me?
Jackson Smith and Jigba plus 60 at minus 128, and I'm gonna also put in. Let me take everything out of here first. Jordan.
So I
Addison.
got a Jordan Addison touchdown, Jackson Smith and Jigba plus 60.
Yeah, and a Jordan Addison plus 40.
That's plus 423.
There you go, $50.
Okay, so in this game, I'm going to lay the points for Minnesota. I think they're going to absolutely destroy the Seahawks. I'm putting $250 on this. Biggest bet of the week, single-handedly. I'm also going to put 50 on Justin Jefferson, Jones, and a JSN anytime touchdown. So if someone could look that one up. So JJ,
Nice.
Jones, and a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown.
Plus 1286.
Nice. Okay.
All right. New England, Buffalo. Bills are favored by 14 and a half.
I think John's about to take off by the sounds of it.
That's
Oh, is that you? Okay, I didn't know who it was.
obviously, give me the Bills.
Yeah.
Give me the Bills. And give me I'm going to do a touchdown parlay of James Cook and Josh Allen to score 2 TDs.
What, rushing TDs? or not matter, rushing or receiving?
Just a rushing. No,
Just
that's
rushing.
961. And I'm also going to put 1,000 on the Buffalo Bills on money line.
Wow. That's getting like that guy who put $3 million on the Eagles.
That will only win. That will only win me $83.
83.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I'm confident. I need to pay my cell
Okay.
phone bill.
Fair enough. John?
Hang on a minute, I'm doing other things here. All right, so I'll take the Bills. Lay the 14 and a half points. They're going to spank the shit out of the Patriots. I don't want to bet on it though. I'm not going to take the over. They could win this game 45-3. And
Yeah, I think we'll see Mitch Trubisky in this game.
Maybe. So I'm done with that game. Next.
Max?
The Bills.
Yeah, I'm on the Bills too. But that line is still quite large, so I don't know.
All right.
Mr. Gaming thinks we ought to put $100 on the Eagles. Jesse,
We'll see.
I might too.
All right, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 1.5. Over under is 44.5. And look, I don't like this game whatsoever. I just don't know who to pick. The
Same.
49ers are never
Banged
figured
up.
them out, and the Dolphins are the fucking Dolphins. So I'm gonna say 49ers are gonna upset the Dolphins at home.
You just said the Rams weren't going to do it coming across the country for the Jets.
Yeah, but I don't know.
There's a difference. A
Yeah.
dolphin will try to fuck a human. So, they might actually get it in the backfield.
Oh, dig deep for that
Aaron
one, John.
Rodgers. I don't think Aaron Rodgers fucks humans anymore.
I want to put them with the spastic kids, but anyway, moving on.
All right, so yeah, this is my card of the week. This one's on my card. So my card is this, Scotty. My big 5-win
Yeah.
parlay card.
Got your cards.
All right, Lions minus 6.5. I'm taking that one. Vikings minus 3. Rams minus 3. 49ers plus 1.5. I love them in this game because fuck the Dolphins, man. The Dolphins can't figure out how to get out of their own damn way. One week they're flash and dash. The next week, what the hell happened against Houston? Who the fuck knows? Frisco, I think, is good enough to come across and beat this team. And by the way, this is a rematch of what, Super Bowl 19, I think it is.
Yeah.
And here's an interesting fact: none of the players who were in that game are playing in this game. So.
That's because they're about 80 years old, John. But yeah.
All right, and
Golly.
my fifth piece of this parlay is going to be Tampa Bay -3.5, and that's my card for the week.
Okay.
And I'm done with this particular game.
All right. We got Max Jones.
Miami for
Max.
the book.
Yeah, I've also got Miami for the book. So, okay, on to the next fantastic game.
Oh,
Yay!
This is going to be real quick. This is going to be real quick. Real quick. They're going to fucking tie. Those fucking suck.
The Raiders are starting Aiden O'Connell at quarterback. If that
Okay,
matters.
I guess I'll take the Raiders. Fuck it. I don't know. For shits and giggles.
Yeah,
Because I got no clue.
yeah. For the book,
John?
I'm taking the Raiders. Other than that, I will bet you $1 that tomorrow my dog's turd is at least 12 centimeters around, and that's more something I'd be likely to bet on than this fucking turd of a game.
Max.
I actually think Jaguars.
Nice.
So what? I mean, you say that like anybody's going to argue with it. This
Yeah.
is who fucking cares?
Who fucking knows
Who
with this
fucking
goddamn
cares,
shit show?
right? It's like going out in the sandbox and deciding which one of the cats in the neighborhood shit in it. This one's from Fluffy. I don't give a shit. Right.
Jacksonville for the win. There you
Yes.
go.
You're just trying to get motorboated. All right.
Correct.
We got the Bucks
Great game.
and the Cowboys. Buccaneers are favored by 3.5. Over under is
Fuck them
48.5.
Cowboys.
Well, now, God dang it, we're what you call resurgent right now. We are coming back, moving it along. Got a home game right before Christmas. You know
Yeah, I
what
got the
like
Cowboys
about
in this game.
it? Hell yeah, I
Just
got the
kidding.
Cowboys too.
Give me the fucking Buccaneers.
Well, I'll tell you
Definitely.
something. May Christmas bring upon you the joy of the season. And if you're down here at Texas Stadium, coming down to AT&T or whatever the fuck I call it these days, wear a hard hat because shit's falling off the goddamn roof. So, and it ain't Santa Claus. All right, I'm taking the Buccaneers -3.5. Like I said, that's on my pick on my card this week. But I do like the Cowboys as a resurgent football team right now. And Cooper Rush isn't all that bad. So I'm going to go with the over here. And I'm going to put 50 on the over with a parlay of a Mike Evans touchdown and a Rico Doodle touchdown.
You said Mike Evans and Doodle. That's plus 232.
There you go.
Got you.
Rico
Nice.
Doodle.
Buccaneers for the win.
Yeah, absolutely Buccaneers for the win. And they're on the big book, so we've got that one already.
We'll come back to this at the end of our
So all
show.
you Eagles fans, just sit still for God's sakes.
There we go.
Be there in a minute.
Right, are we going to play the input again? Are we going to do the show start?
Let's see here. Okay, so everybody, that's your picks for the week.
That's your picks,
right?
Tom.
And now let me do a little bit of housekeeping.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Everybody, go take a leak. We'll be back with you in 2 minutes for the Bleeding Burgundy podcast. The big big game against the Eagles this weekend. The rematch coming down here into Washington. We've got a couple of Eagle fans in the chat here. Hey, how you doing? Where are you from? Where are you living? I used to have people up in Philadelphia a lot. But we'll give you what we think about this game here in a few minutes. Meanwhile, look at my kid down there. Hey,
Hello.
Max, do a trick or something.
Do a flip.
That's right. Do a flip. Do a flip. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I'm good there. I am going to say tonight's special fun is brought to you by, as usual, my favorite sipping vodka, Ketel One.
So,
right.
how we feeling, guys?
Well,
I feel just a little bit like I've been put off a little bit by my friends at work, and I feel slightly isolated.
Let's see.
where'd Scott go?
Scott currently
He
is
also
digging
went to
through
the
his pubic
restroom.
hairs looking for the one that's going to get wet. So that's where we are right now. And we got time. The show doesn't start for another 11
Negative
seconds.
3. Oh, Scott's having a crap, according to Karen.
Is he? Is he really? Okay, well, then we'll get a chance to do that.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
not having a poo.
You are.
I'm not having a poo.
There, he's in there.
Jesse's Castle went was the over in the LA and San Francisco. It was 40.5 and turned out to be 41.
Oh, there he is.
And I went for a quick.
Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans, with your hosts, Jessy Martin,
Because 90% of them are wrong. They're fucking wrong.
Max Taman,
You've got a plate of shit and you've got a bowl of shit. They're the same thing.
Scott Hartley,
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
John Taman,
What the hell was I talking about?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
and now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taman.
Cheers, everybody. I am the world's worst podcast host, John Taman. We are in the marathon session here of the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, going on hour number 2. We've got operators standing by if you'd like to make any donations. We do have some celebrities you can talk to if you call in. And if you donate $145 a month, we will send you this beautiful pad of paper with our logo emblazoned upon it. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the annual Bleeding Burgundy podcast double episode pledge drive that we do to mollify Scott's dad, who insists on celebrating Christmas and coming over to his house and shit.
All right, Scott. So, G, thanks for being with us, man. Hope you have happy holidays, and hope you stay safe. I'm sure it's probably got about 5 inches of ice on the ground out in North Dakota.
It doesn't matter. Because now he's got such fast internet that all he has to do is put a fucking USB cable out in the front of his truck, and it melts the ice in front of his fucking car as he goes.
In his Cybertruck.
That's right, in his Cybertruck.
I can totally see Scott G pimping the Cybertruck.
So can I, actually, to be fair.
I saw a black one on the road today, and it looked like a fucking coffin going down the road. It just looked like a casket going down the road.
So do we start with the RFK, or do we start with the roster move that we made? Or
I thought we were in the general bullshit session of our podcast.
General bullshit. So actually, I did find the pew that I thought it was there. I pissed out of it. Yeah,
there you go.
It was all good. Yeah, I've told you, John.
I get it.
I've told you, John. It's like a penis, but only smaller. So you know.
I can understand, sir. You know, what you do is you just grab them all till one tickles, and then you got one.
That's it. That's exactly it, mate.
What in your right mind would let your cousin buy one of them things? Come on, Scott. You got to do right by your family.
You gotta.
All right, buddy. See ya.
The people that buy those things are all cousins anyway. You know.
Have a great Christmas, Scott G. Thanks for all your input this year.
Scott.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah. All right. So, yes, we should do a Yanks versus Wanks update, even though we all know what was going on this week. And we at least can set the playoffs so that these wanks can fucking wank all over themselves and congratulate each other. All right, so how did we end up?
Yeah, well, for two of y'all, you're out.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm out. I lost the Scouts last week.
See you later. Hang on.
Yeah.
I lost the Scouts last week because I forgot to set a lineup. And, well, apparently you're satisfied, darling.
Well, she was twice because it filled her pram, so I'm happy with that. So there you go. It was in the dark, I must say, but you know,
Scott, she doesn't need to be satisfied for that to happen.
No, you really
that's
don't.
Very true. That's what you got. That's what you got other things for.
Yeah, you got the emergency brake kicking in your elbow. There's all kinds of problems going on there.
So we got the semifinals.
It's not ideal.
Scott's little electric car. Hi, honey.
we have the semifinals up. I'm kind of hurting right now because one of my main running backs is ill. Alvin Kamara is out this week, so that's going to make it a little sticky. I still think I can pull it off.
I hear excuses being made already.
I think I can. I still think I can pull it off. But Scott, you are playing Mark.
Mark, I am indeed, yeah. It's going to be a tough game, that.
And I am playing Joseph, his son.
So 3 Brits and yourself, Jesse. You were the number 1 seed overall, and I came in at number 2. I think you actually were 1 game ahead of me in the end with your record.
Yeah.
But obviously now that doesn't mean shit because it will be me and you in the final next week anyway. So
let's hope so. I think the Kamara injury is worrying me. I have to play Najee Harris, and he's going up against the Ravens' stout run defense. So that's kind of worrying me. I might try to scavenge the waiver wire, but I don't think anybody's. If anybody wants to dump somebody,
I think I got beat by Yam last week. I think
you did. You did.
Breece Hall, man, is letting me down week on week on week. He is doing my head in.
You counted on New York Jets. You should never do that. Now, Scouse is over here hollering about, don't put out the excuse, so I didn't set my lineup. I had a full team out, that's right, but I left Terry McLaurin on my bench because I fucking totally didn't even think about it. And, if there's one thing I should say, Scouse makes more noise from the basement than the Boy Scouts locked up down in Jesse's basement.
Oh, Joseph Fritzl over there, look.
Scouse is constantly down it. Hey, let me out from down here. I beat one of y'all. I beat you. Right.
He beat you, he beat Max, he beat me. He's done well.
That's made him happy, that's for sure.
And that's the Yanks versus Wanks. So, next week is the championship. We're going to see.
It is.
That's right.
I honestly think I'm going to lose this week. So I'll congratulate Mark now.
You sound like Yam now. All right. So for all you people that are over there on Twitter, come on over here and watch us on YouTube, where you can join in the chat and you can actually talk with Scouts. That's actually a pretty exciting thing. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up button, the like button, and all the other buttons that you're supposed to freaking be button pushing. Do it. I'd do it for you. And in fact, I did. All right, so somebody take over here while I put something up here. I've got to be able to put. I'm still working on my creatives. Go ahead.
So are we going to talk RFK then?
Yeah, let's talk
RFK.
Let's get this out the way. Very upset about this.
You knew it was coming, though.
Well, we pretty much thought it was a done deal, and then politics get in the way. And not only politics. A man that should have no part in our politics is
our
got
shadow
in the
president. Right.
Yeah, basically, big time. And Elon Musk, that's not even a fucking American,
Nope.
put out some lies. He retweeted a bald face, couldn't be further from the truth lie, and that put made a frenzy on the social media, and then allow Donald J. Trump to tell his constituent or his people to hold off on this fucking bill. Yeah.
Did you see how many tweets? Did you see how many tweets he actually put out on the bill when it obviously came through? 160 tweets. He put
Elon.
out. Yeah, 160 tweets in under an hour on the bill itself to kill this bill off. Now, as you said, Jesse, it is bullshit the way it's been done. And the way that it was attached to the bill. We know that. We know that for 18 months we've been searching to try and get this deal done, that the land will go back to DC. But the problem I do understand it from some point of view, saying, well, you can't have that federal land for free. So I say, well, that's fine. If you want the federal land and it's yours, then that's fine. Have a rusting, asbestos-filled fucking stadium in that land, and you go and deal with it and do what you want to do with it. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it's total bullshit. I get it, but there's no money taking hands. There's no money attached to this at all.
Yeah, the federal government's had it and has done nothing with that land.
No,
DC's
because
needed
the federal
this
government doesn't want to do anything with D.C. because it's not a state. It typically votes against that. The Republicans, when they're in charge, they will do everything they can to punish D.C. as often as they can. Which, hey, in my opinion, I kind of never had any hope for it in the first place because of that. Simple as that.
What really pissed me
these
off,
spending
John,
bills, this stuff happens every time, and especially when a new regime comes into place. They try to put stuff in, and that's why our only chance was to get slid in with this spending bill. And it's not just the Democrats, and that's what everybody's blaming. This was a bipartisan bill. Both sides were agreeing to this.
Well, didn't the House already agree to this before it went to the Senate anyway? So if the first legislature has said yes, then what's the issue? I mean, if you read the actual
Scott, the problem is you're trying to understand American politics.
I know, I understand that, and I understand where it's coming from. But Elon Musk didn't even read the fucking bill that says on there that no money should be on this at all. You're not allowed to use federal funds.
And the bill explicitly says no federal funds are allowed for this bill.
See, so I have resigned myself to the honest-to-God fact that facts don't make any difference, and nothing actually makes any difference other than the number of retweets you can get on somebody saying whatever the fuck it is that they want to say. And that is what is reality now, and that's where we are. Right now, I'm just hunkering down and seeing what happens for the next few years. And
I mean, listen, I would rather wait another year or two than
they'll move to Maryland or Virginia
than to go back to the Landover location.
Yeah,
I hate.
The problem with Landover location is there's no place to build up around it now.
Yeah, it's an awful location. It's the municipality around Landover. I guess it's PG County. They don't care about that area at all. I mean, look.
There's a lot of
as a season ticket holder, I have seen a broken down car for 3 games in a row in the same spot, not moved. I have to avoid. We have to avoid potholes that never get filled, ever fucking get filled. It is not a good area, okay? And it's not about the people of the area. That's not about the people. It's not. It's about the county not taking care of the area whatsoever.
Well, it's also like I said, it's the Beltway is on one side of it, and then they've surrounded a lot of it with some newer housing. There's a lot of townhouses and apartment complexes over there, but there's no place to
nothing else.
The kind of stuff, the things that stadiums want now. And that RFK site does have a lot of space where you could build restaurants, you can build these things. I mean, they'd probably take the Armory and turn it into an indoor, fucking
sure. And then you have like 2 hotels there. One time I stayed there, my car got broken into. No, thank you. Sorry, it's not a good. It's that a stadium doesn't belong there.
My car didn't get broken into while I was there, but the thing that I used to take my bags up to the door, when I came out in the morning, the tires were gone. Yeah, the cart, all the tires were.
It's just it's shit in a way, because now we've got to go back to square one and hope that we can get some sort of bipartisan bill across the table when the new government comes in, which is just going to be even longer and more of a struggle.
It's got to be done quickly, though. That's the thing, and because I don't think Harris and company really want to wait that long. I wish they would. I mean, we've waited long enough. 1 or 2 more years is not going to make much of a difference.
The thing that kills me, in all honesty,
when's the lease up on
it's a continuous
2027?
It's a continuous lease. We're not getting, regardless. We're not getting a new stadium until 2030.
FedEx was built in 1997, right? It's not even 30 years old yet, and it's like we talk about shit. There's a fucking stadium in Rome that was built thousands of years ago that's still there.
But the thing about it, John, and you know this,
these are not just things that you throw away.
Jack Kidd, he just wanted to put a stadium up before he fucking died.
He could not. He tried his best to get a deal done in DC, and he couldn't get it done. I can't remember what the name of the mayor was at that time, Pratt Kelly, but he just couldn't get it done. And then he decided he was going to name some land in Landover after his kids. And we'll just call it Raljon and put it out here. And and it was like out there. So, and they've done a lot in terms of, because I grew up in that area, right? I grew up not too far from there. And it used to be a lot worse in terms of, but the housing that they've built up as you come into the stadium from back behind off of like, Central Avenue and whatnot.
Yeah.
Those are some nicer neighborhoods.
Sure,
but there's no place to
it's
put
just
any
like,
kind of.
It's just like the area that I live in.
Nightlife that they want to do with these stadiums these days. You want to have a complex nowadays, and they just don't have the room for it.
The municipality that I live in is a dump. Yeah, you can build up some nice little subdivisions, housing and everywhere, but in no way, shape, or form should a stadium be there.
Okay,
I don't believe that tax dollars. I got this last night in our chat from someone, that tax dollars even from the DC residents should be paying for this. Do you know what I mean? Either I think it needs to be fully.
If for the stadium,
they don't have any representation. They shouldn't pay a dime.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
but if they're building up,
they literally
not,
are tax without representation.
listen, if they're building up not just the stadium but building up around there, then yes, tax dollars should come.
Yeah, I
but
get
it should
that.
not
I
be
get
paid
that.
for the stadium itself. I mean, Josh Harris and company, they've got the money to do this, and they have investors to go in and do it. But for infrastructure, that no matter if we get if DC ever gets that land, okay, no matter if a stadium goes on there or not, tax dollars are going into that land.
Yeah, and it has to do that area up if you're going to use it as a 24/7 area. I get that. I understand that. It's the same as what we were talking about yesterday when, like, Liverpool did their stadium up and they did a stand. Obviously, the team paid for the stand completely, but the area around it got regenerated, which council provided funds for, and that's normal. That's a normal set. I think that's enough on RFK now, anyway. But thank you, mate.
So it just pisses me off. I'd rather be in Dumfries than back over the fucking Landover spot. I'm not gonna lie.
There's nothing in Dumfries either.
It's closer to home. Fuck it.
Fair enough.
God, I can't stand Landover. It reminds me of where I live, to be honest with you. It really does. There's just nothing there. Nothing. And the fucking potholes that they never fix, and the broken down vehicles they don't.
Jesse, you want to talk about potholes? Go towards that tunnel of yours. Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a hot as shit in my house all of a sudden.
It's all right.
Change. So, all right, are we done with the politics?
We're on to we're off that. Yeah.
Good. All right, because there's nothing you can do about any of it. So, as far as I'm concerned, the best stadium to watch the game from is right there. And that's where I do it. So, all right, let's take a look. Where are we in our list here? So, first thoughts of this week's game. We got the Philadelphia Eagles coming up. We got a bunch of Eagle fans over here in the chat that have probably gotten bored with our shit right now and have left. But that's fine, because fuck them. I'm sure that the first thing that they said was, "Hey, they got words on the screen here. We're getting out of here." So anyway, what's your first thoughts of the game this week, my friend Jesse?
It's going to be tough. I mean, I think, some things that are going in our favor is Jeremy Chin and Zach Ertz are questionable. Earlier this week, we didn't think it was likely that they would be playing, but now it's, better than 50% chance that both of them will be on the field. I think Jaden's a little bit more healthy than he was the last time that we played the Eagles. So, yeah. I think we got a puncher's chance.
Oh, here, Curly said, whoop, 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 whoop. Nice to see you there, Mr. Green. Yeah, man, fuck me too. That's good. I'm a mess. I guess I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm not speaking the language properly. Max, please tell me what I'm saying.
You're good. We're from DC. It's fine.
All right, so Scott here from Southeast DC. Tell us your first thoughts on the game.
Very south from DC.
That's right.
In your best American accent, Scott.
No, I can't do that. My bet. I'll do it in a northeast accent if you want me to. Well, Bonnie lad, what I thought was going to happen in this game is that Saquon Barkley is going to go on for about 400 yards. That's what he's going to do. No, I think it's going to be very tough, as Jesse said. I think Saquon is going to be very, very difficult to stop. We saw that in the last game. The way that Quinell Mitchell locked down Terry McLaurin is worrying. I think we have got better at the right time with having Marshawn Lattimore come in. Also, potentially having Jonathan Allen fit and raring to go and having these two fitness.
Allen is out.
He is out. Okay, then fair enough. I didn't think he would. It's a bit quick for the Peck, to be fair. Carter's a worry for me too, man. It depends how this O-line. It depends how this O-line comes up. I had this down as a loss before we even looked at this game, and I am sticking with that. I don't think we're going to get anything from this game.
On your point about Lattimore, I think that also helps with the defending the run game too. Because I think you can let him deal with.
You can cover somebody.
Let him deal with AJ Brown, and then you have Sanistrill on.
Now is AJ
Smith.
a full go? Because I saw he practiced.
Yes, yeah, he is a full go. But hopefully he's a little bit hobbled. So but having him be able to try to at least attempt to lock A.J. Brown down, will give us a little bit more leeway to concentrate up front and stopping Saquon Barkley. That's the key to this game, is stopping Saquon.
That's the,
But I don't think you can. I think he's going to get his irrespective.
Sure.
I think he is going to get his regardless. It's can you limit the big plays for me? That's the thing with this game. Is
That's
if
what
you can
killed us
limit
last
the big
game.
plays.
Two big runs
in
by
the fourth
Saquon.
quarter. So
in
that's
the fourth quarter.
So
Right.
I just went and did the mental math. Saquon in that game had 70 yards in the fourth quarter on 8 carries.
What did he end
Outside
up
of
with,
that-
Max? Do you have that in front
Yeah,
of you?
he ended up with 146 for the game.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 18 carries for 70 yards through 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And
can
then
survive that.
If we
See,
can
that's
keep
what
him
I was
like
thinking.
around 100, 90
I'm good with
yards, I think that'd be a good day for us.
The thing with Saquon Barkley is, like you said, you're not going to stop him. You got to try to mitigate him because he's going to get his. He's just that good. And what I think that they need to do is play him between the 20s like you're going to try to stop him, and he's going to get what he gets. But once you get down in tight, keep him outside the 5-yard line. Keep him away from that tush-push area, and you can probably stop them from getting into the end zone. Use the back of the end zone as your friend is what I'm trying to say. Bend but don't break, and try to win the game that way. But trying to line up and mash with them and stop them like that with Saquon, you're just not going to be able to do it. They're going to open up holes on you. That guy Malata's a fucking beast, and they're going to be able to. He doesn't take much for Barkley to be able to squeeze through there. And once he
he's
is,
good.
he's fucking
He's
gone.
so good.
He is. Yeah. Bye, says Curly. And have a nice day. Wait a minute, let's see here. What is this? Dumb is your kids around, damn grown up, go home. This
Yeah, I didn't
edition
get that
of
either.
Fucking English with Philadelphians brought to you by the ABRs. Learn your ABRs, kids, because 2 + 2 = green. Fucking dipshits from Philadelphia. Look, motherfuckers, don't be coming down into this goddamn place and acting like you have some intellect, because you fucking clearly don't. And all that's going to do is... Yeah, that's right. Fucking A. I mean, what was that there that he said? Dumb is your kids around, damn grown up, go. What the fuck was this? Was this just, okay, let's just type some random fucking words together? What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. Even your goddamn phone is laughing at you. Fucking stupid. Jesus. Oh, man, they're all over the place down here.
yeah,
Go
man.
Eagles, we gonna sweep y'all, cry, Commanders, cry. I guess so. Look, our fight song has words to it that we don't really give a fuck about. But y'all go ahead and spell your name and act like you did something. All right. Where are we with our show here? Since we've been thrown off by Curly. You know what happens? That's what happens. Mo and Larry and Curly walk through the door. Hey, the Eagles is going to win, yeah. How are we looking with injuries? Who's got injuries today?
Injuries, I got it.
The
So
offense.
I can tell you I have Phillies and ours.
He's not from Phila ass. Like I give a fuck. Did I ask for your fucking ID? Jesus Christ.
So
That's what the
Pope
brings you.
Pope, who's in here, I actually really rate Quinion Mitchell. He is probably the rookie of the year. I'll give him
On the
his
defense,
due.
yeah.
But
No, he's great.
on the defense,
He's
100%.
good.
He's a great
Solid.
player. He's a great player.
can I
But
just say that
Can he
you know who
can he
his-
lock down Terry? He did last
in
time.
terms of
but can he?
Quinion
Last
Mitchell?
time.
Just
Quinion Mitchell.
hang on. Just to give you a little context, every single measurable for Quinion Mitchell is the exact same as Noah Igbenogany. Every single measurable. They are
Anytime-
within one like 1 percentile of each other.
The thing about like those kinds of things is when you talk to fans and they're like, we could have drafted this guy, we could have drafted that guy, or this guy, that guy. This guy and that guy in different situations are different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Igbenogany and Quinion Mitchell, like you said, they're so close together statistically, or at least measurably.
The measurables,
But
that,
their
the
play is
measurables,
not.
it doesn't measure the mind and how you see things and how you
Or
see.
how you
And
coach.
it doesn't measure. It doesn't measure coaching exactly, John. You got it.
Right. You're right. And I'm very happy with how Noah I's been playing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not down on
Yeah.
him at all. I really like how he's turned out. But Quinion Mitchell is one of the best rookies of the year. That's a fact. All right, let's see. Where are we right now?
So injuries.
We're on injuries. Who's got the injuries?
DeJean's
I got
class as well.
I know I saw
he's,
that.
he's
Cosby
decent,
was
but he's
still
no.
sick. We still
no
got sickness running through
Quinion
this
Mitchell.
fucking room.
So for Washington, the only player that is out is Jonathan
What are
Allen.
you doing? Don't worry
Okay.
with these people, for Christ's sakes. You know what they're going to do. They're going to go out in the street. They're going to eat a fucking piece of horse shit, and everybody's going to go, "Hey, you gross motherfuckers for 4 years."
So Jonathan Allen is the only player that is out. Hello. Can you hear me, Dad?
I did. Am I off? Am I
No,
out?
you're
What's going
here.
on here.
You're
No,
here.
I got you.
That's
I got you,
99.
man. You're good.
He can't hear us.
You're
He's
good.
fine.
You fucking assholes.
Oh God.
He's gone. Oh, he's
I hate
oh,
this
hello.
view.
What's happened here? This is terrible. Right, there you go.
All right,
I'm
go
in
ahead,
the
Max.
wrong
You
place.
were
Sorry.
giving us
For the
an
fourth
injury.
time. So Jonathan Allen
Max
is out.
is a good bomb.
Jeremy Chin and Zach Ertz are both questionable. However, Jeremy Chin practiced in full today. Everybody else has no designation. The only player that was limited today was Clellan Farrell. Everybody else was in full. That includes John Bates, Sam Cosmi, Michael Dieter, Dante Fowler, Zane Gonzalez, Luke McCaffrey, and Deron Payne. So Tyler Biotish has not been on the injury report all week.
Good.
Sam Cosmi practiced in full today. Our offensive line should be
Bates did,
wearing and
Bates
good to
did
go.
too because he was ill as well.
Bates-
do you have Philly's injury
I
report?
do. Philly. So first off, the way Philly does their injury report, this is like drawn together with a crayon. I hate this. So, let's see here. Today, their limited practices were A.J. Brown, Landon Dickerson, and Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff is out. Dickerson nor Brown have a designation. And then they had a lot
Huff
of
hasn't
guys.
done shit for them this year, though.
No, so
I
he
think
won't
he
do
had a
shit on
spell
Sunday
of
either.
some good play, but
Hey, we were somebody that
Who's
we
that,
were
Huff?
him as a free agent. Yeah, Bryce Huff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
liked
went
Huff
after
from the
him.
Jets.
And-
Yeah, he was good. He
we
looked
did
good.
go after him. Go ahead, Max.
Sidney Brown is questionable. He had a concussion, but he practiced in full today, so it's safe to assume he'll play. But Britton Covey is out with a neck injury, and he also practiced in full today, which is strange. But the font that Philadelphia uses for this thing is awful. Their O's and Q's look very similar, so it's hard to see.
Yeah, I'm curious here, Pope, as to what happened with Huff. We were just talking about a second ago about how different it is with coaching and everything like that. He was an undrafted free agent, if I remember right. He was somebody that
Yeah,
came in late, but he really played well for the
he was in the
Jets.
Jets. 10.5 sacks last year for the Jets, which makes you
Yeah,
think, you know,
he had a lot of
why he was
suitors.
one of the ones.
Yeah, he had a lot of suitors this offseason, and I think it was between us and Philly, and I think Philly offered just a little bit more money for him to go there.
So what happened with him? I mean, is he just not fit the system, or has he gotten fat and lazy, paid and fat and lazy? What's going on with him? Just curious. I don't know. But I'm expecting a pretty good game. I mean, last time I think it was one of those good games that looked a little worse by the score of it at the end of the game.
Yeah, but it kind of, I mean, we were leading into the fourth quarter.
It was 10-6 going into the fourth,
Yeah.
Huff can't play with his hands in the sand. He can't play standing on the edge.
so he can't play.
Can't play without his hands in the sand. I got you. Okay.
I understand what he's saying.
I mean, we had a lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown is fully playing. He said today he's playing. He has no designation, but he is a little hobbled. Jalen Hurts has a broken finger on his left hand, by the way.
Yeah,
he was complaining about it the other day.
He said
So
he couldn't
hit him
even
in.
switch the ball to his left hand.
Yeah.
Say, hey, force him left.
And that's
Well,
why
you know-
TJ. That's why he said that TJ Watt punched the ball out last week. So that is.
I expect Joe Witt and Dan Quinn to tell our defensive linemen, hey, swat at that hand. Try to make him uncomfortable. I know, obviously if Jaden had a broken finger, we would not want the opposing team to do it, but that's football. You want to try to limit Jalen as much as possible.
Sure. Oh yeah,
'Cause he can get you.
I think it's poor form for fans to say, "Oh, I hope we break his neck and hurt him and get him put out of the game."
No.
But to quote Al Davis, patriarch of the NFL, the opposing team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and that's never changed as far as I'm concerned. If the guy's got a busted hand, hit him in it. If the guy's got a knee that's hurting, hit him in it. If there's something about him that's not 100%, hit him in it. Make him feel it. Make him want to go home.
I mean, just look at what the teams try to do to Jaden when he busted
when we
his
were all there
ribs.
with the Giants, even
Yeah,
before
held
that,
him up.
when we were all there with the Giants,
Yeah.
he picked him up and slammed him down, and then
Sure.
he's out for that play. But
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you don't try to injure like a new injury. I'm not going to call for something like that. But if a guy has got a problem, that's a weakness. And whether anybody likes to admit it or not, here in 2024, the year of the vagina. It's a fucking sport of attrition, all right?
Sure.
And it is.
Yeah.
It's a brutal game, and attrition matters, all right? You don't target a guy to try to put him out of the game, but you target a guy to try to put him out of the fucking game.
Appreciate
Let's be
that,
honest
Kevin.
about it.
And yes, we all agree. Fuck
That
the
the
Cowboys.
Cowboys suck. Fuck them, Kevin.
Yeah.
Damn straight. And the fucking Giants, too. Fuck them.
You know, it's so fun watching the Cowboys being at the bottom of the barrel. You know, I mean, obviously they're not as bad as the Giants, but it's just I think it makes the whole division happier, I guess, with each other, especially opposing, just because we all hate the Cowboys. We all despise the Cowboys.
100%.
I just love the idea that in a couple of days, John Mara's going to get up on Christmas morning and he's going to run downstairs in his little pajamas and he's going to look under the tree and he's going to say, "Fuck! I still own the goddamn Giants! This sucks!"
So I like, especially seeing Saquon perform so well at the Eagles. Like, you know, watching the Hard Knocks, you know,
Unbelievable.
when Merrill was just like kind of sick about letting Saquon go. That just every time I see Saquon run the ball for the Eagles, it just makes me giggle a little bit. Because of the fact Mara's shitting his pants, fucking right at that moment, like fucking that fucking vein is sticking out, and he's so pissed off at fucking Shane.
So
He's getting
I
fired.
can't stand the Eagles. I can't stand the Cowboys, but I hate the Giants more than any of them. And just to watch them flounder is so much fucking fun for me. I would love to have like a camera in the bathroom of John Mara when he sits down on the top of the toilet seat, fully clothed, and just puts his head in his hand. Oh, God damn it, I have to get raised in this world.
Logan, I think Barkley's got to average 140 yards for the next 3 games, so I don't think he's going to get
but
it.
he's close to the team record.
He's possible.
okay.
Dude, 140 yards for Barkley is not outside.
Well, I was
the
talking
area.
about, what was it, Dickerson's record?
Dickerson's record is
Yeah. He's got
that's
he's got to
insane.
get 140 yards, like average that in the final 3 games for him to break that.
See, at the point now where we're at 17
Oh.
games, I'm starting to think about the asterisk.
Saquon already has the team record.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
here,
let me do
go
this
ahead.
real quick, just
What do you
because. So we played them last time, and we look at the score, and it's 26-18, and it looks awful.
Yep.
However, the game is 12-10 in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left, and we go for it at the Philly 26,
Right,
and we mess up.
right.
Plus, remember, Max, as well, health plays a massive part in that.
I'm aware, and then I just go with me on this. We're
Sorry,
down.
dude.
You're good. We're down 12-10. If we kick a field goal there and make it, we're ahead by a point. The ensuing drive that Philadelphia has, 5 plays, 74 yards with a touchdown. Their big play on that, we force a fumble, and Calcaterra is able to jump on it. That game,
It was close. The game
and
was
it's not
definitely
even
close.
that it was close. With 7 minutes left, it's still a 2-point game, and we have the opportunity to jump on the ball and get it back, or take the lead with 8 minutes left. I'm not saying anything would have changed about it.
I
What's
think,
up, Scott?
You know, that going for it in 4th down, we lost a lot of momentum there too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
And we got the sudden change of, hey, defense needs to get on the field, and then Jaden throws a pick.
Yeah, and do you think it's down to? Do you think? I mean, health, as I said before, we're getting healthier again, which is a good thing. We've got reinforcements in the back end, which is great. But do you also think, though, that it's not necessarily that the Eagles tend to play down to their level of competition that they're playing? Because I look at the Carolina game, 2 weeks ago, and Leggett has got a genuine touchdown there, wiped off the board.
He's got at least down to 1.
That's what I'm saying. So they're so lucky there that if that goes into overtime or whatever it would have been, they've been struggling in the games where they're playing poor opponents.
Did you hear what
but in the
Leggett-
games that they need to win that matter, like Pittsburgh, for example, they win.
They put
Did you
it
hear
on.
what Leggett said after that?
And they're on
play?
They're on a 10-game winning streak, so you can't probably say that. I know, but
They
I
asked
didn't
him
hear what
about-
Leggett said about it. Go on.
He said, God dang you, this girl got this, you give it me.
it is fun to
Does
listen
sound
to,
very much like
It's
that.
fun to
listening to him talk.
Listen to him talk about him and his brother shooting a coon for Thanksgiving. That was great.
So
Raccoons. Raccoons. Wow.
I saw something the other day. He was on a podcast, and they asked him, "What do you like to eat that other people say is weird?" He said, "Coon." And the guy looked at him and said, "A what?"
Yeah, I'm Ross St. Brown. The Brown.
Yeah, I'm Ross St.
Brothers,
Brown. A what?
Podcast.
No, raccoon. He was like, "You eat a raccoon?" Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, skin it."
Yeah, he was
like,
"Where do you get
okay.
it?" Thinking you can go down to the grocery store and buy some raccoon off the freaking shelf. No, you got to kill it yourself. All right, let's see. Where are we?
So our official this week, our head referee is Sean Smith, who he averages his crew 14 penalties a week. They have called 47 false starts, 28 holdings, 28 offensive holdings, 12 defensive holdings, and I could go down the list, but
they're all flag happy, but they're not Sean Hockley.
Right. I mean, 13 is a decent amount considering that's total flags.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
So, yeah, I mean, Hockley's. I think every team in the NFL complains about Hockley,
dude,
because the flags. It's not about the amount of flags. It's the type of flags that he throws. Mm-hmm. You know, it's ridiculous.
The thing with Sean
give us
Hockley,
a moment, Buzz Bro. We're going to get into factors.
Yeah, we'll get there
here soon.
Sean Hockley loves new rules more than anything because it's something he can throw a flag for. That dude, and we said it last week, I think he just loves to get on camera and show off his fucking muscles. What'd you say, Scott? First down. Right, first down.
First down. That away.
Hold it.
Right. Hold it.
Yeah. Hang on. What was this one? Ineligible man downfield. Fuck off. Hockey Lee in his extra medium. Yeah.
And I mean, you know, I wish I could remember. Max, tell me what it was. It was it was a Bronco game, and it was Ed Hockley, his father, so completely fucked up a fumble. It was either heading into the playoffs or in the playoffs. They fucking fumbled, and the fact that this is the second generation of fuck-ups in that family coming into the NFL just drives me up a wall. And last week's 4-second fiasco was crazy. So I'm hoping that this Sean gives us a better game this week because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the Eagles and Commanders, there's stuff on the line, right, for us more than for them, I think. But at the same time, it deserves to be a game that's allowed to be played, not a game that is in fucking flipped by
I think there's enough on the line for both teams here. You're going to win the division if you're the Eagles, but you're looking at the number 1 seed.
Sure, yeah, the Eagles
that's definitely on the line.
That's right.
This game doesn't really matter to the Eagles nearly as much as it matters to us.
Well, that's been our case for 20 years now. You know, in terms of being a Commanders fan, nobody looks at us and thinks that we're worried. Everything's a big game to us. The good news for me is that we do manage to play Philadelphia close most of the time, or at least we don't get. The last time I think they ran us completely out of the stadium was Michael Vick.
Oh yeah,
but you know,
Buzz, bro, I just wish they could be consistent. You know,
Buzz has got a point.
Consistent game.
Buzz got across the board.
The thing about that though is the way that the rules are written. Different interpretations are for different officials. You know. I mean, you're right, but you can say no, but that's what it is.
Our interpretation of the rules is a fucking contradiction of terms. If it's a fucking rule, there is no goddamn interpretation but one.
Right, but what I mean is, if you look at the pass interference rule, you're not allowed to touch them after 5 yards. That should mean every pass play has
illegal contact, though. It's a different thing. It's once the ball is in the air that it becomes pass interference.
Okay, but how many times do you see hand fighting that goes uncalled?
Sure. So what Max, I think Max is saying is some referees let it go more.
And there's
than
no there's no consistency because the rules are open ended for a human interpretation.
It is for interpretation, yeah.
And that there's one for every instance that they can think of.
Yeah, I mean, you can legitimately throw a flag on every single fucking play out there.
You could. Mm-hmm. The thing that bothers me more than anything. All right, real quick, sidebar here. We'll do a real quick around the room here. Worst penalty in the league. What should be changed? Which one should be changed? Go ahead, Jessy.
Penalty or just rule?
Roughing the passer.
Rule.
Roughing the passer.
Which way? Under the knee, over the head? What?
No, I think it needs to be with the head. Contact to the head needs to be intent.
Right.
And we're seeing time and time again. And then also,
that's the one, Don Miller.
Yeah, it's a good call too.
That's the one. Man. When an offensive lineman is not involved in a play at all, and he's down the other side of the field, away from the play, it should not be a flag. I mean, look, how many times has Sam Cosmi had to try and backflip to stay instead of being an eligible man? It's ridiculous.
The rough in the passer is so tedious, man, and it's you're asking something impossible at times for defenders to do. Defenders sometimes they get pushed into the quarterback and still get fucking flagged for it.
Right. Other times they make a clean play, like
and
the
get
second
flagged
flag
for
they
it.
threw on us last week. Yeah, and it's a flag. Buzz, is this Buzz Grambo? Is it my buddy Buzz? How about the quarterback slide? I think that the slide is a legitimate rule, but you gotta. I'm telling you what.
Quarterbacks can slide late.
Patrick Mahomes with this little fucking I'm going to run out of bounds. Oh, no, I'm not. And the guy holds up, and Patrick Mahomes runs on by for 15 yards, and Chris Collinsworth goes, my God, look at the magic on display down there. I think they should flag him and say, you're a fucking asshole, 20 fucking yards, because that guy was going to clean your clock, and you took advantage of the rules for this. That's why I think that the other side of that coin, now you can't flag, Mahomes for that. But when Mahomes is by the sidelines and there's a close one and the guy cleans his fucking clock, keep that flag in your pocket. Yeah. Keep that fucking flag in your pocket because he asked for that shit. That's the way I see it.
I think a lot of these rules stem from protecting a fucking quarterback, and it's getting to a point where
they can't.
So it's not fucking football anymore.
They can't protect them, and they get hurt still.
Yeah,
right.
To build on something, I think college has the right idea for an eligible man downfield because it's not just 1, it's 3 yards.
Yeah.
I think that's a decent window.
Sure.
But for me, the worst rule in the league is a fumble out of the end zone to touchback.
I disagree.
Anywhere else on the field, it's ball out at the spot.
Anywhere else on the field is not your end zone. That's the difference. This is my goal. I'm defending this goal. I'm not defending this 30-yard line. I'm defending this goal. And that ball in that goal line is my ball unless you possess it.
Well, all right. Listen, when a quarterback is actually giving themselves up, and I think this should go for any player with the ball, I think I'm okay with that penalty.
I think those penalties are obvious.
Yeah.
I've also seen that there's guys that lay a little lick there and they don't get called because it is something. But, like the play that took out Trevor Lawrence, that was obvious.
Yeah.
And I firmly also think that football is a simple game for the most part. It should be a simple game.
You can officiate it by yourself playing in the yard.
A hold is a hold, right? A hold is a hold. You can see it. There it is. Face mask is a face mask. How the fuck these refs are missing face masks, I don't get. But to me,
there's 7 of them trying to look at 22 people.
Doing 55 different things.
Mm-hmm.
But they've taken and made it so difficult for them to be able to interpret what they're seeing because there's so many different rules that they can make on any situation. And I'm going to blame you out there, America. You are the ones that are at fault for this because every time some kind of tiny little slight happens, oh, look, the ball was out of bounds by a half a grass blade. And they zoom in on a camera like this, and everything changes. And you people get on the offseason, you go, it wasn't fair. We should get another try in sudden death. And they change the rules, and they keep changing the rules. And then everybody goes, boy, football's sure becoming pussified. Well, shut up, you fucking pussies. Quit crying all the goddamn time. And there you go. By the way, the correct answer is illegal man or illegal contact at 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yes.
God damn it! The play was over here. It was a 3-yard gain. Yeah. That guy way over there, 40 yards away, touched somebody, and you're going to throw a flag.
Yeah, that's annoying as hell.
I really penalty 5, but automatic first down. Get the fuck out of here.
I really just hate the aspect of the idea of the penalty away from the play. If it has nothing to do with the outcome, why? Who cares? Yeah. If it's a hold on the backside of a stretch play, it doesn't care. It has no impact.
Right. See, the commish works for the owners. People forget that, Don. Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck about what the players do. If the union agrees to it, then he does what he does. All right, so we are off in the weeds here. Let's get back to our game.
I can also say that for the announcers, this is the national game for Fox. The 1 o'clock
who does
window.
that mean? We get Tom Brady?
No, Tom Brady has the week off. You guys get Joe Davis and Greg Olson.
Oh. The glass of milk.
So
the glass of milk.
The glass of milk with the third leg.
The glass of milk.
Yeah, that's true. With the third leg, yeah. Greg and his leg.
Greg Olson with his fucking little goddamn Midwest glass of milk, lovely charm.
There he was out there going for a pass, and, that fella over there meant him some harm, I was not ashamed that they threw that flag out there because, it would look like that could have hurt somebody.
So
Greg Olson.
I just want to add.
Let me just say to this to you, Greg Olson, since you are now in town and you're probably watching this podcast, because, hey, if I was in town, that's what I'd be doing. Fuck with the comb over, dipshit. What the fuck is that? Stop it. All you people in fucking broadcasting, stop it with the comb overs. And that's enough. What do you think, Scouse? Scouse
Oi,
Scouse.
he's a bum.
You know how much hair Scouse would need to perform a comb over?
He would need a whole
Bobby
hair.
Charlton.
He'd have to be like a yak over there or something. All right. So speaking
Where
of
are
which,
we? Command. Is it battle plans?
almost. Let's just do a little bit of fun here. It is the holiday season, so I got something put together for us. So let's see. Let's put this on.
Ooh.
There we go. All right. So for everybody, call and gather around. It's holiday time here at the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast, and we're going to give you the top 10 Bleeding Burgundy Podcast holiday traditions. Number 10, getting festive handmade pillows and pet toys stuffed with Max's hair clippings. Isn't that wonderful?
It can stuff at least 2 pillows.
All right, what else do we have here? Number 9, delicious Southeastern Virginia roadkill feast with all the trimmings. Yummy, yum, yum. Let's see. Jesse, can you, if I say next, hit number 8. You see them, they go up from the bottom. You see it?
Let's see, where are we at? It's number 8.
All right, number 8. Number 8, finding out with a quick holiday visit why John doesn't have enough furniture in his house for guests. Get the fuck out of here.
Look, I'm going to your house on Christmas Day, and your wife literally said, we can seat 4.
I do not like the pop-in. There's no place to sit. Get the fuck out. See you later. All right, number 7.
I'll call you an hour and a half, an hour in advance if I want to swing by.
Number 7, celebrating the virgin birth at Scott's house with some spotted dick and blood pudding.
Absolutely right.
Number 6. Oh, yes, number 6 is a good one. I like number 6. Listening to Scott G argue with Santa Claus about his presents. Everybody.
Scott G already knows what he's getting for Christmas. That internet's so fast.
That's right. Yes, it's already March for Scott G. All right, number 5. Scott gets his annual holiday motorboating after the kids are asleep.
Love it.
Factoid.
He loves it.
Number 4.
As long as I shave my chest.
Using Andy Burroughs' enormous eyeglasses to light the Yule.
Eyeglasses. Why are they eyeglasses? They're just
for you.
I know you did.
All right, number 4. Oh,
No, we're number 3.
We're number
3. Pixelated holiday card. Yeah.
Love it.
I wish I could see what the hell was going on there. All
We
right.
do not have a number 2. I don't know what you did, but
Oh, wait. All right, we got to have a number 2. Hold on a second.
Oh, man.
Where's number 2? Hang on. Dadgummit. Listen to the festive music while I go find number 2.
and we'll just while John's looking for that, we'll just say that we are sponsored by
the American Style Spotted
the American Style Spotted Dick by Admiral Wu.
yeah, show them the Asian one. One of the delicate Asian flavors.
All right,
that's true.
Number 2.
Number 2, John forgetting what he's saying during the Christmas toast and telling a story about his friend Bill and this girl named Sarah or Phil or whatever. And the number 1 top 10 Bleeding Burgundy Podcast holiday tradition, trying to find a Santa Claus hat that will fit Scouts.
Oh, yeah, it just came in the chat.
So there you go. I think that was
Yam's in the top 3, look.
Yeah, I made it number 10.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Our top 10 Bleeding Burgundy holiday
traditions, number 3, pixelated holiday cards from Yam.
That's right. I never understand the Japanese when it comes to that stuff. It's like, we're going to do most disgusting, horrible, wonderful, unbelievable thing with this girl. But we're not going to let anybody see her dick. No. Nobody can see her dick.
All right.
We're going to stick tentacles in every hole this girl got, but nobody can see her dick. All right.
True.
Well, that was some fun there. The top 10 holiday traditions here at the Bleeding Burgundy podcast. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. All right, so let's see. What do we got here?
Some battle plans.
Some battle plans. Oh, wait, no, we're not yet. We got to do the elephant in the room first. There is an elephant that we got. Our problem with penalties. How many penalties you had in the last 3 weeks, Jesse? 29, you say?
The last 3 we've had 29 penalties in the last 3 games. That is.
We can point at Sean Hockley last week and say, blah, blah, blah.
That's 9.31 penalties a game.
We have 87 on the season.
Well, the whole thing about penalties is, like I said, you can point at Sean Hockley and say he's an asshole that throws too many flags. But when you've got that many penalties, it gets around to referees that this is a team that causes problems. Sure. Watch them,
And we were good in the first part of the season with that.
Except for week 2.
As Max alluded to, only having 83 or 87 on the season.
87 on the season, 29 in the last 3 games.
It's an issue.
Yeah,
that's
I'd say
worth monitoring.
So this week we've got Jalen Carter in front of us and an offensive line causing penalties. What's the answer? Because last time
double teams.
How about
and Cosme?
Honestly, last time we did a lot of cute things that we normally do. We do a lot of pulls and we do a lot of people moving around on the offensive line. But I think with this guy, you can't because he just blew it all up. Yeah, you gotta toe to toe with this dude and try to win because trying to get cute around Jalen Carter got us clocks cleaned.
So that play, that 4th down play that I was just talking about, where we turned the ball over at the 30-yard line, we tried to do a little trap play where Jalen Carter came through untouched, and it was on.
Is that the one where Wiley was trying to hit him and couldn't?
Yeah, it was Allegretti and Wiley tried to pull, and they ran into each other, and then
because he's too fast.
Well, it's not even that he's too fast. It's that there was a bobbled snap, and then the two of them ran. Our two offensive linemen ran into each other like face first. So,
yeah, sometimes it does look like the Three Stooges out there.
But the way to beat this team is you run right at them.
You have to because
it's not even that you can't do the cute stuff where you pull out and you leave someone unblocked or whatever. You have just to push them backwards. You run block and you push them.
Well, sometimes conventional wisdom says you run right at the strongest element, right? And I can remember with the Eagles, especially Jerome Brown, Reggie White. You could try to run at Reggie White all day. You could try to run at Jerome Brown all day, and they were just going to fuck you up. And I see a lot of that in Jalen Carter. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to try it, go right at him, put the point of attack right on him. But we talked about the cornerback that the Eagles have. What's this linebacker that they've got whose name is
Zach Vaughn?
Zach Vaughn.
Yeah, Zach Vaughn. Dude's been playing his ass off, but none of them impress me like Carter has. That guy's a man among boys out there, it seems like. So it's a tall task. And
isn't Vaughn the leading tackler in the league?
Yeah,
he's been crushing it.
No, it's actually Zaire Franklin. Vaughn is 4th.
Well, he's been crushing it, and he's been a person that was not expected to do so. They're getting a lot of good production from a lot of different players. And, when you have superstar quality play in the secondary linebacking end on your defensive line, you are a problem. And I think they are the number 2 overall defense right now. Is that correct? Am I off?
Look,
overall defense, they're number 1.
Number 1?
Philly is, right now, the best team in the league, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Facts.
I hate to say it, but I would also say this. What are they on, a 10-game streak?
Yes.
10, yeah.
Streaks break, baby. 10 games is 11-game streaks are hard to keep up. And, sometimes that word that nobody likes to use of the word do comes due. Yeah. It just might.
It's any given Sunday. I don't think the Eagles are unbeatable. It's a tall task.
Mm-hmm.
It surely, I mean, they were a Leggett touchdown away from, Carolina Panthers putting it to them. But, we got to play a perfect game.
Yeah, we have. You're right.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm enjoying the Eagles in the chat. Yeah, but come on, man. You're sitting out there saying commies can't beat a good team. You're not ready. It's year one. Get the fucking grip of yourself, mate. Don't be a bad end. We know where we are. We know we don't have depth in this team. But it's any given Sunday, and I would love it, and I mean love it, if we beat you in a Kevin Keegan style. And if you haven't watched that, go back and watch it. Kevin Keegan, 1995, Newcastle United versus Man United. Anyway,
go out and come back in because you're a micro machine, man.
Tell you what,
man.
You sound like a robot.
That's right, but it did go off rather well. Scott, you got the man's dander up there.
There you go.
All right. And it is year one for us. The commies can't beat a good team. Y'all not ready yet, and that's possibly true. And I mean, even if we make the playoffs, do we expect a deep run? I don't know. Anything can happen at any time. But yeah, this is year one for our build right now. So I'm pretty happy with the ability to at least sit here and talk like we have an absolute chance to beat the Eagles on Sunday, which I think we do. I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility.
No, it's not. I mean, there's no team in the NFL that's unbeatable. No. I mean, we were pretty close to beating them the last time we played them.
Yeah. All right. So all right, Jesse, what's our first key to victory this week, please?
Yeah, I mean, it's the obvious. You have to limit. We're not going to stop, but we're going to have to try to limit some of Saquon's damage.
Yeah, Max.
I mean, without the the low hanging fruit of him, I mean, the same thing I said. I say it every week. Push, win the time of possession.
Yeah,
keep that offense off the field. You beat Saquon Barkley by keeping him on the sideline.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Scotty, what about you? Give me a key.
Yeah, I agree with that, but we have to win up front. We have to stop Saquon Barkley and keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket. Make him beat you with his passing arm.
I agree.
Not tush pushes, not running from the outside, not
his left arm, but his right one.
Yeah, correct.
I'm going to go on the other side of the ball for a key to the game, and to me, I think our key on offense is try to neutralize Jalen Carter and handle your business. We had a good long run of the season there in which this offense literally could not be stopped. By the very definition of all those words, it just wasn't stopped. It scored on every possession for 34 straight possessions. The Eagles are not that kind of a team, well aware of that, but the point being is that the Commanders are that kind of a team. They can put together that kind of offense. So go out there and hang with them, all right? If they get into the position where they start running up and down the field on us, you got to be able to shoot it out with them. And I think our key to me comes on our offense. Put up points.
Yeah, we're definitely capable of putting
I will say
up points.
it's going to be cold on Sunday.
It's another thing. This is going to be the coldest game Jaden's ever played.
It is. Well,
where does that affect Hurts? I know he's played in the Northeast now for a few years, but how many times have they all ever played in the 20s? Because Hurts comes from the South too, doesn't he?
Yes. So
I mean,
on Sunday,
he played at Oklahoma, and he also played.
He played Alabama and Oklahoma.
Yeah, Alabama.
They get cold.
It's going to be a high of 32 on Sunday.
Best pack those long underwear there, Philly fans.
And he's right. Hurts can throw the ball, but he does have a problem when he holds on to it. But the good thing about it, like we were saying earlier, if you try to mitigate some of Saquon's damage, and you have Marshawn Lattimore on A.J. Brown, that leaves Dotson and Smith along with.
But I like our chances in that regard.
Goddard.
I'm happy with him.
Yeah.
So 32 Fahrenheit is 0 max in my world.
Well,
yes, it's going to be
that one. We did the math for. We know that it's freezing. But for me, Devontae Smith would have been very scary if you have one cornerback that's capable of covering A.J. Brown, which Lattimore may be. I don't know.
He has before.
He has before.
Definitely has before.
They're now getting ready to start.
6 last time.
They're starting now on a whole new chapter of it. So we're gonna see how this goes. But that's the presumed matchup that they're gonna have to win, or the Lattimore's gonna have to win, because Devontae Smith, he's got the speed to scare anybody. So Sanistril and Chin bracketing him, and then leave Jahan Dotson with Noah Igbenogany, and take your chances there. But yeah, get in there on Hurts. Don't let him run around. Don't let him do those busted plays where things get broken open downfield and get open on us. And for all intents and purposes, send Benjamin St. Juste out for fucking coffee at 12:30,
Don't even
and then
dress
lock
the
the
man.
door.
Don't even dress him.
Lock the door. Fucking A. All right. So,
I swear to God, if Benjamin St. Juste gets on the field and for 3 plays and gets a penalty, I just might.
Jesse's going to drive to the stadium.
Well, the thing is this. When we were earlier in the season, you and I had arguments about our cornerbacks and things like that, and the technique and all. And what he does that gets him called all the time is when he gets
goes high.
Yeah, that's right. His hand comes up high, and he gets it stuck in that face. So when a guy makes a move and he's just trying to put contact on the dude so he can keep where he is, he gets him up around the fucking head.
And the thing, too, is even if St. Juste hits him in the shoulder pad, he'll deflect up.
Right.
Yeah.
He either has to go down or straight.
I think what he needs to do is go to Indianapolis or Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las
play
Vegas
over
is
there.
a good place for it.
Just send him back to
That'd be a good
Canada.
spot for him.
Just
Let's set a boot.
He can go be himself he could be a Saskatchewan Rough Rider, I suppose. All right, so who's our man on a mission this week? Max, we'll start with you.
Terry McLaurin, you have to have more than one catch in this game.
You got to dominate. All right, who about you, Scotty? Man on a mission.
I'm going to go Marshawn Lattimore. Has to come up big. Has to come up big for us.
Good pick. How about you, Jesse?
I'm going Jeremy Chin. He should be playing, but I think we're going to need him for Barkley to help stop Barkley.
I'm going to start. I'm going to say this one, but I'm going to go back around the room because I think there's got to be several of them. But Frankie Louvu, you didn't show up last week in the stats. This week, you got to. You've got to show up hard on Jalen Hurts and hard. Well, he mostly spies quarterback, but you got to keep Hurts in the pocket, and you got to make him throw fast. You got to get it, or take him down, one or the other. Hit him in that left hand.
Or let him hold on to the ball. If he holds on to the ball, he gets sacks. He can sack Hurts. Got to keep him in the pocket, though.
He's got to harry him, and that's all there is to it. Luvu's got to show up better than he did last week. All right, anybody else got any man on a mission?
And you got to put Wagner in there, too. I mean, for me, this is all about trying to stop
Saquon Barkley. Yeah. Johnny Newton, step up, man. Deron Payne, step up, buddy. Earn that money. Stop the run. Anybody else? All right, then. Well, I guess that's that. We're going to move on to some predictions for the game here. And anybody in the chat that wants to play along and put the prediction out there, if we like it, we might put it up on the screen. And if we don't, fuck off. We ain't bothered with you, stupid.
Where to go?
I'm just fucking with you. All right, so what do you think we're going to do this week? Scotty, we'll start with you.
What the hell?
Yeah, I pegged this as a loss beforehand, and I'm not going to change my pick there. It's 24-17 Eagles.
All right. Boo on you. Boo on you. Scotty. All right, Big Bear. Jesse, what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Scotty. I think it's going to be 27-26.
27-26 Eagles, a 1-point win.
Yeah, I think the Eagles get a last second field goal at the end as time expires.
All right, Max, what about you?
I think Philly's going to get it 27-21.
I think it's going to be a really good game, though.
I think it'll be a real good game, and it's going to be probably one of our best games of the season. It's just going to be we're going to be a little short.
All right, Twisted's calling for a 27-20 Eagles win. Yam is calling for a loss, 28-21 Eagles. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm calling for a win, 31-28 Commanders.
Look at that homer. Look at that homer.
That's right. That's right. I'm going for a win. 38
for the book.
28 for the book. Yes.
I forgot you got the book out.
That's right. The book. That's right. We're on the book now. So let's get back over to that.
It's gone. They're gone.
Oh, it's
They're
gone.
not on
I
here
took
no
them out
more.
of here. All right. Well then, there we go. So much for that. Yeah. Yeah. I just have to. I cannot pick the Eagles twice in a season. Fuck that.
I think the Eagles are they're playing really good.
They are.
They're just right now this year.
What's up, Jack?
This isn't going to stay for next year because we will have one more year. We just don't have enough talent right now, and that's okay. You know.
Yeah, but anything can happen.
Sure.
So and we tend to play Philadelphia tight, and I'm just going to say
That's
we're winning
true.
at the end on a Zane Gonzalez field goal to celebrate the birth of whatever he just had. I think it was a puppy.
I heard that dog. I heard that dog. That dog. I heard that baby came out worrying about his hair.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
really.
He's already got a complex. Both kickers having babies on the same day as well. Interesting. But there you go.
Dude, you're kickers. Don't you look at the calendar? Jesus Christ. I mean, you got to figure that kind of stuff.
I mean, both of them were out of work in March, so.
All right.
Yeah,
so
what
there we
else
go.
is it to do?
That's
Yeah,
what we got.
fuck it.
I think we're going to win. These three think we're going to lose. I do have something to show you guys that's interesting. And this might not be interesting for people that are too young to remember him, but Chris Berman, all right, used to be the voice of ESPN, the voice of NFL. And this clip that I'm going to play is hard to find because Chris Berman, believe it or not, has the power to scrub the internet, and he did not want this clip out there, and it was gone for a long time, and I just found it again the other day. But this is Chris Berman talking about this is while they're on, they're he's sitting in the studio waiting for halftime of this game, and he's all fucking wasted on codeine. So here you go.
Understand, tonight is awful in here. Awful. No, it's already awful. I saw this on the schedule, Jets during the Christmas holiday. I took 4 deux at 6 o'clock, knowing what this would be. You know what a deux is? It's Canadian aspirin with a little bit of codeine in it, just enough to give you that pop. 2 2s, deux. I mean, you buy it over the counter up there, you can't here. It's like $10 up there, but it's like $100 prescription here. So you put it in all the corners of your suitcase. Do you have anything to declare? Oh, no. Deux. You always hope to have one Blue Jay game a year. You go to the Canadian CVS. It's funny. You have those bottles, 250, count of 222s? Yes, here they are. I'll take 4 of them. And they go, they always go, from the States, eh? Deux. You never take deux? You're not, just a little drop. Little 8% codeine, never hurt anybody. I know exactly what this night is. I've looked at this one for 6 weeks. We ready to go? Thanks, Al.
Do.
I love at the beginning when he's the Jets at Christmas. My fuck. So there you go, Chris Berman. Just a drop.
I'm just 8% coding's not going to kill you.
8% codeine never hurt anybody, he says. So, all right, let me see here. We're going to hit this. All right, so that was our big 2-hour Bleeding Burgundy podcast extravaganza. Thanks for everybody for joining us in the chat tonight, including you Eagle fans. Thanks, Jack, for yeah, there you go, Jack. Yeah, that was some funny shit, man. Thanks, Jack, for joining us. Thanks for Twist for joining us. Thanks to Curly for showing up from wherever the fuck he was. I don't know where he was. He said he wasn't from Philly, but he wouldn't tell me where he was from. So I'm just going to have to assume he's from fucking Stoogeville. So thanks for him for showing up. Thanks for Yam and all of you guys. Scott G, it is super fast internet. He knows
Twisted, we
already,
appreciate that,
you.
boss.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
thanks,
cheers,
Twisted.
man.
Appreciate it.
And
Yam,
we will be back immediately
scams.
following the football game for our immediate reaction. I'm sure these Eagle fans just loved hearing that because they'll put it on their calendar to come in here and laugh at us if they win.
Yeah,
and if we win, we will not see them again. All right, then. And then after that, of course, we'll be back again Monday for our go over the football game. I'm trying to think of the holidays next week.
Christmas Eve is Tuesday. Christmas is Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah.
We should be on normal schedule.
Yeah, it's normal.
All right, y'all like that top 10 today? I thought
Yes.
That was good.
Jesse, I will say, just for your ease of mind, Dallas Goedert is on IR.
Oh. Okay.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing because he is a problem. And we've had a problem in the last couple of weeks of letting guys open down the middle of the field. So Dallas Goedert is one of
We're good at tight
favorite
ends. We're good at tight ends.
John. As
Goddard-
soon as he said that
Hurts loves
shit, the
Goddard.
fucking gate floods opened,
Yeah.
and tight
Old
ends
Mark
started to
Andrews.
destroy us.
So hey,
Mark
I should
Andrews
say
and his
this for
dick
the
hands.
holidays. If you want, and you want something to happen in your house, just pay me $50 to say that it won't, and it fucking will. Right? You want to get laid this weekend? Just pay me $50 to say you're going to stay a virgin, and your ass will be in wetness come Saturday afternoon. All right, then. So we'll see y'all right after the game, and till then, later.